But at least now it can't get much worse.
But it did get worse.
Hey guys, oops, made myself small. How's it going, guys? I'm back. Hopefully everything's working just fine. We'll have to see. No long protracted intro today, but they will make a comeback. I'm back from Disneyland. It was an arduous odyssey that I had to go through, but not quite as the odyssey that's starting to build up in the Rings of Power. Season 3, the Ring Power showrunners say that viewers could start watching the Lord of the Rings show from season 3. So they've completely lost all confidence in anything that they did before. And I think I'm going to have to go through and make like a promo for the trailer for the Rings of Power, because it's looking like hot garbage. But they've got Simon Pegg as the voice of the Balrog for some reason. It's like the Balrog's coming in. You want anything from the shop? Cornetto. Like, I love Simon Pegg, but why is the Balrog got dialogue? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me anyway. So we'll have to check that out. Looks like, wait, what is the poll actually at? It seems like people want to see the Legos. Okay. So this is a new video. We'll warm this up. What we got for you today is we'll go through this police body cam. This is a short one. It's just 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes. They tried to put him back in jail. This is some new released body cam footage from the Reckless Ben Lego saga. Then what do you guys want to do first? Do you want to do Jeremy? Or do you want to, and his disastrous debate with Rex Jones and him being potentially scammed by Walmart? Or do you want to see Rekieta getting denied? Let me know in the comments. You're out. Okay, I'll see you, buddy. I think we'll do Jeremy next. I think everybody, that's what people are like. That's the hot topic at the moment. So we'll put this on 1.25 speed. All right, let's see what's happened to Reckless Ben, eh? All right. Oops. Oh, wait, it's muted? Okay, never mind. All he said, we got 10 seconds of muted. Thank you very much. We got it. We got it. All he said is it's a new body cam. You didn't mention much.
To take him to court. They're just making up reasons for me to be arrested, but then I get out of jail because I paid for bond. I get out of jail, and now Ammon's just calling the police because he's like, you guys let Ben out of jail? Like, what the hell? Like, how could you guys do that? Ben needs to be in jail right now.
So he was arrested.
So yeah, this is just after the first arrest, and that seemed like it was a ridiculous proposition anyway, because they were claiming that they were going to hold Reckless Ben in jail until his trial date a month later, which is just patently absurd. You know what's also patently absurd is not hitting the like button or spamming those bees over on Kick.
I think he was booked into the Utah County Jail, and he must have been released, even though he's an out-of-state, like flight risk. He was released, and so he's a YouTuber that does this stuff for videos and clicks. Okay. He was arrested in California for doing this kind of trespassing and kind of stuff. Like before.
Reckless Ben is annoying, some people are saying. I have to be honest. I think that Reckless Ben is kind of making some mistakes. Probably won't be covering him much more going forward. Although I do want to see the resolution of the Lego Company story, and I do want to see the Lego Company suffer, and I want to see the Fork County Police suffer. But I think that Reckless Ben has lost a lot of the cachet that he used to have with a lot of people just through his shenanigans and trying to defend himself. However, this body cam footage is quite fascinating in my opinion.
I think in 2024.
Right. My first time getting arrested ever was for serving my court papers.
My first time ever.
Yeah, this is kind of a ridiculous statement that they're going to make. They just make up this story, which seems like they just Googled his name and found somebody else that had like these criminal complaints of, like, they're going to straight up accuse Reckless Ben of being touched as a minor and also touching minors, which is quite crazy. With no evidence.
This is my first time ever getting arrested, but I think Ammon's thinking, oh, well, if I lie to the police and make it seem like he's a criminal, maybe they'll just keep him in jail this time,
So that's what's happening. And so, but we like, he's also been...
What's really interesting here is I find that, like, the CEO, Ammon's, his voice is, it's so, like, it sounds like he's having a panic attack, you know what I mean?
Been passing fraudulent gift certificates to financially harmed.
Fraudulent gift certificates. Lock him up.
Fraudulent gift certificates. Does he need the Guinness World Record?
Oh, I was so confused. I've watched that part like 5 or 6 times. I was like, what's he mean gift certificates?
Yeah. I think he means the world record certificate.
I think this is just a mistake that Ben's made here, actually. I would assume that the fraudulent gift certificates would have to be the raffle. when he ran his very funny, but on retrospect, very illegal raffle for like a bunch of these Legos, because he ran a bunch of them and they were like for $1,000 each. That is surely what this is referring to. I'm not sure whether Ben's being obtuse here or just didn't come to the realization, but it seems fairly obvious to me that that's what they're talking about.
It was stolen by any company in the world.
That's what's going on. But at this point, I just need some information so I can tell our staff what is going on, because if I need to go and get some of my staff armed so that he can't threaten them, that's what I need to do. Or they're going to go find him and rearrest him because he clearly had to have violated some kind of rule. There's got to be something to stop this guy from continuing to intimidate our staff.
Yeah, how'd you guys let this guy out of jail? If we let this guy out of jail, he's gonna kill our staff. Like, how can you possibly think of letting this guy out of jail?
You watch this? I feel like you're just like, dude, this is
like, this sounds like hyperbole. However, they were claiming that Ben was going to blow up the Lego building.
hilarious. I'm like, dude, this pisses me off.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah.
What the heck? Like, he's literally lying.
Hold on a second. Reckless Ben is full of shit. He's completely misinterprets and misrepresents what happens. I don't think he's a very reliable narrator these days, actually. He's very entertaining. He's very talented. And I think he did a good job in exposing this Lego scandal. But I kind of agree with you that I feel like he is a very unreliable in his narration.
To his freaking teeth.
Enjoy Stalker, Ben. Like, well, the thing is, if Ben goes to jail, then that was kind of part of his plan all along. Because he's like, literally, let's do illegal shit. So, you know, they say two wrongs don't make a right, but I just want to see this Lego company suffer. And I want to see those police suffer because they are corrupt, all of them. And if it takes someone being a little bit naughty to actually get them, well, makes you wonder, doesn't it? Makes you really wonder. Oh, shit.
He was arrested yesterday.
Sure.
Like, we all sighed a big sigh of relief this morning knowing that he was arrested last night. And then to have this happen all over again, like, everyone's feeling some pretty significant trauma that he's just not going to stop.
Yeah, so it's not the police or corrections that let him out.
Grown men died fighting over Lego. They died. I guess you mean grown men don't die fighting over Lego. They died in World War II, World War I, etc. Like, this is a very silly comment that I will say, that people are saying, well, it's just about Lego. It's not. It's about property. And I don't know if you're having a laugh or if you actually believe this or whatever. Okay, but you can never tell with text, obviously. But if you just boil this story down to this person stole hundreds of thousands of dollars, I want my hundreds of thousands of dollars back, then people understand it. And to say it's just about Legos is very disingenuous in my opinion. And I mean, the thing is that people get both very emotionally invested in Lego, but also kind of discount the entire story because of Lego as well.
That's going to be a judge, right? And so that would be a complaint that would have to be directed towards their office to find out what's the deal? Why would you let this guy out when he's stalking us, right? That's
yeah. So.
But my question is, why has Ammon just got like all these cops on like speed dial? I guess he's like trying to ring up and find the officer that's in charge of the case. Wouldn't that be a detective though? It seems very weird that he just has all of these discussions with just these beat patrol officers or something.
Yeah, really quick. Sorry, let me grab a pen. Who do I contact for that?
He's like, dude, what are you talking to me about this for? Talk to the judge.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Like, why is he talking to those people?
Like, we tried to keep him in jail until his court case for a month, but the stupid judge let him out. So, like, don't complain to me, complain to the judge.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I suggest you put all evidence that you have against this guy on that.
He acts really like cutesy, like he's clearly got some form of sociopathic disorder, because he lies through his teeth. He says and does whatever he can to just get away with whatever he wants. Again, multiple arrests, I think, in the past in different states.
So obviously, if you look in the police records, you can see that I've never been arrested before. But because Ammon says so, maybe the police will just listen to Ammon, you know? Well,
the thing is, it's going to come up in a second, but they find some other guy called Ben Schneider. And then just say, well, this guy was a petty F-file. So it must be the same guy for some reason. I guess he's just another family member that has exactly the same name, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
His word every single time. They're taking his word over your evidence. Doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
That's another charge, obviously. I mean, we'll stack him until he leaves you guys alone, I guess. You know what I mean? Or they put him in jail, one or the other.
Dude,
that's a weird thing for officers to say. Let's just keep stacking these until they stick him in jail. We got Winston, the ego respecter, saying, how was your Disney trip? I'm not going to justify how you describe it, my lady friend, but she's almost 30. Come on now. How did your girlfriend like it? Did you get her home to her parents on time? Good to see you back on streaming. So I'm making a vlog for the Disney stuff. I'm making a Mr. Morrow style any whoozle. Here's my time at Disney Sea. If you really want to know, I had fun. It was great. It was fun. It was hot. It was so fucking hot. We got up at 7 a.m. We got to Disney at 7:15 because we were staying right across from the place. There was already thousands of people in line. We stood in line in 30 degrees Celsius weather at 7 a.m. in 100% humidity for 2 hours for the gates to open. We got through. We ran straight to Fantasy Springs to jump on the Frozen ride, which was, I guess it's a Small World Ever after all, but just like Elsa's shit. It's like a boat ride. I mean, the animatronics were really good. Then we went on to the Rapunzel's Fantasy, and then Tinkerbell's Teacup Disaster. Then we got to do something that I wanted to do. Finally, I got to do Raging Spirits, which was pretty good. However, there was actually like a terrible weather event that happened at the exact time that we went there. Like we were just like minutes away from getting on the ride, and a storm came. They like canceled everything for about an hour. Then we got like, and like this, at this point, it's like 40 degrees. Okay. So it's over 100 Fahrenheit, 100% humidity. I'm like melting. I'm dripping with sweat all day. I'm like rubbing myself with these like anti-stink pads that you get in Japan. I'm dying. And we just keep walking all day. I was there for like over 12 hours. And then we had to go to Turtle Talk. There's a turtle. It talks to the audience. Oh my goodness. It's a VTubing turtle. But I mean, it was fun. Did the haunted mansion stuff. Anyway, I'll talk about it more later on. And I'll by the end of the week, I'll put out a little vlog for the members on YouTube. And I'm not sure how I'll get it to the Kick Bros. I guess what I'll do is I'll upload it as an unlisted video, and then you give you 24 hours to watch it, and I'll post that in Discord and Kick. And if you don't see it, then you'll have to join as a member on YouTube. So hit that support button.
Literally, that's so insane to freaking say.
Basically, I think Ammon lied to them saying that there's a restraining order when there wasn't. And so he's like, oh, well, that's another charge. And we're just going to keep making up charges about me until I'm in jail for good is kind of what it sounds like. Even though the evidence goes against everything you say, I want to help you out, Ammon, because
I can stack, I'll try to stack it on this stalking case.
Oh my God, dude. Does he not know that he's recorded?
I am just going to figure this out here. Okay, sir. I'm going to call the jail, and then I will meet you over there, okay?
Okay, perfect. See you there in a little bit.
Yep, bye. Hey,
Wait, what is this? Do you have a kid? Well, some people think so. Unless you went to Disney without a kid, I hope not. That's some Chomo type actions. Do you realize that, like, I think the main visitors to Disney is the Disney adults, okay? And furthermore, Japanese women are absolutely nuts about Disney. They love that shit. It's like the dream date spot of all of Japan is like Tokyo Disneyland or Disney Sea. Disney Sea is more adult, though. That's what we went to. We didn't go to Disneyland. Although I think that the Big Thunder Mountain in Disneyland in Tokyo is better than a lot of the other rides they had. But Raging Spirits was good. Although my personal pick is Fuji-Q Highland or USJ, Universal Studios Japan, I think is a better thing. But no, I'm well aware it's embarrassing to go to Disneyland as an adult male. That's why I made a silly video about my experience there, like I said. But you'll see it later on.
Abrams with Orem Police Department. How you doing? You guys let a guy go this morning. It sounds like he was released from the jail today.
Officer Abrams?
Yep. Jim.
Nice to meet you.
Yep. Man, is there any way I can use your bathroom?
Yeah,
real quick?
for sure. We've got one right back here.
Taking my body camera off and setting it down for a second.
Now, this is what's, first of all, there's a couple things that's interesting here.
Sure, we've got one right back here.
Taking my body camera off and setting it down.
Imagine going to the bathroom with this creepy, like, female Lego lady looking at your dick. But second of all, it's interesting that this police officer like tells you when he's taking his body cam off, when it's just the other officers that were arresting Ben and talking about how they're going to, you know, sneakily get him and scare him. They get to just turn off their body cameras whenever they want without saying anything when they're talking about literally illegal things that they're doing.
For a second, so I can use the bathroom. He shouldn't be doing this stuff, right? You know what I mean? All 5 of them should be charged.
basically what they're saying now is not only should we put Ben in jail for forever for trying to serve these court papers, we should put all 5 of his team members in jail for trying to take you guys to court. You guys don't deserve to go to court, and anyone that tries to take you to court, we're going to put them in jail indefinitely.
They started threatening to kill some of the staff. And so they're just like,
wouldn't it be funny if all of this body cam footage here, just these are all the sets that belong to Brian Mansell? I don't see, like, I actually, when I saw this, I was like, let me just check real quick. But he's just sitting in the back room with all this Lego stuff. Like, you'd think that he'd be like in a proper office or something. Doesn't seem like there is, like, these seem like new sets to me. I don't see any of the orange stickers. But that would be very funny if this police body cam actually just exposed them all.
hey, if you don't, we're gonna kill you if you don't get this guy's money back and all this other stuff and like all these things. And so we're like, dude, Like, you guys have to go through the appropriate legal channels. This guy has nothing to do with it, other than he just gets off on making videos and like if you look him up again, he goes by the name of YouTube.
I don't know why that was redacted. That seems like a weird thing to redact.
And he films himself doing illegal things all the time, and then he gets his videos taken down, do all sorts of research on him. That's what we're dealing with, is a guy who had, like, honest to goodness, he's a sociopath. As we've done some additional, searches on him, he has, it appears that a relative of his, because he's originally from Ohio, and then he moved to LA, some relative of his with the same name.
Okay, so obviously, this is not a surprise since Ben has his name in his channel. It's Ben Schneider. So they looked up for court cases about Ben Schneiders in either Ohio or California, and they find this completely different person. They just say it's like, well, this has got to be his family member because reasons. I guess maybe in the Mormon community this makes sense, but it's just slightly ridiculous deduction that they're doing here.
Based on what we can piece together, was convicted of child porn or child sexual contact, some of these other types of things.
This almost sounds like an internet argument where you just go to the tried and true most critical thing you can say about a person, which is that they're a pedo.
So there's a very real chance that he may have been abused as a child, but that set him through a mental disorder, kind of whatever the case may be. He's clearly a sociopath who does not care about the system.
My whole family's pretty close, and
hopefully not that close.
I'm 99.999999999% sure that's not true. But if it is true, I would like to know who that is. So, because that's probably important information for me if there is someone in my family that's like that. But just a really quick update. I think we found the guy that Ammon's talking about.
Athens man is sentenced after he was found guilty of 110 felony counts
Jesus.
for recording and distributing child pornography from his home. Benjamin Schneider.
Is this the guy that got his computer repaired by Quartering's tech business?
Is sentenced to 8 years.
You told him to delete the folders. He should listen to that tech advice.
In prison.
So yeah, I guess this guy also got charged in Ohio, and he has a very similar name to me. It's actually the exact same name as me. And
but yeah, this is the rationale that the Lego company said. It's well, we found another guy in Ohio, the entire state of Ohio, that has exactly the same name, who was convicted of this terrible crime. So it must be the same guy as this guy. What the fuck were they thinking? This is the rationale that they were using? Or were they just throwing everything they could at the wall and seeing what stuck?
Maybe he thought that this person was me. Maybe that explains why he's saying I have been arrested.
Look, we're only 7 minutes away from the Quartering stuff, okay? Chill out, lad.
Multiple times. I mean, clearly this person is not me. I mean, but also maybe Ammon's not the smartest person in the world, so maybe he thought that we were the same person. I don't.
Well, here's the thing. Do you think he did this intentionally? Because if you say that there's a guy that's just this guy is related to or may be the same person that has these thousands, or I guess they said hundreds of videos of kids on their computer, and they were actually convicted of it. Do you think he just said this to get the attention of the police, or that he's actually just that dumb? So I guess 1 for lying because it's such a crazy thing to say, or 2 for Ammon is just that dumb. Seeing how he's handled this entire case, I might actually go for 2. You usually want to attribute to ignorance more so than malice. But I don't know. This is such a fucking blunder. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, but this is the closest I was able to find of what Ammon could be talking about.
We know this guy's a sociopath, and so we're
idiot. It's such a common. It's not. The thing is, if it was the same family name, that would make more sense. But having the exact first and last name makes it ridiculous. It's how often do you have a family members that just name each other the exact same name? It's quite rare because you can't tell family members apart, obviously.
We're very afraid for our staff, and these guys coming in, they've threatened.
Well, it looks like a lot of people are saying that it's a malicious act. Interesting.
Before they don't care about the law, right? And that's what makes us very scared, is because again, do I? And I'm kind of asking a serious question. In your opinion, would you go get a shotgun and bring it in the store?
He keeps asking you're.
He's the cop. He's asking the cop, okay, do you think I should get a shotgun and just leave it in the store so next time this guy's come in, we can just blow them into little meaty chunks that fit into Lego bricks or something? What are you talking about?
Police officers, do you think it's a good idea that we should have guns to defend ourselves next time Reckless Ben comes in, right?
Son's named after dad, but yeah, usually you have a junior there to tell them apart. That's the difference.
What he's trying to do is, because Josh Johnson said he was going to shoot us just for trying to serve him papers.
Holy crap, dude. Wait, hold on. This is insane. So he's basically asking, hey, officers, do you think it's a good idea for me to have a gun, a shotgun, in case this guy comes around again? So he can get the okay from the police officer. Yeah. So he's hey, the officer said I can, insinuating that he can kill you. The police officers when they told me to do this, I'm just within my rights. He was trying to kill me.
He's coming right for me. Blam, blam, blam.
I'm just defending myself. Yeah, he's trying to come up with a reason to justify murdering us, I think, which...
This is actually insane.
Yeah, a little scary, but
in a situation like this where some people we feel
Like this is actually just fucking unhinged. What the fuck were they thinking?
are in danger.
I personally encourage people who are
Also, Americans wearing shoes inside, do they really? Embarrassing.
able to carry legally to carry.
okay, so that's basically all the footage after I got arrested of them freaking out, and I think that kind of explains why, because a few hours later we do the GoFundMe, Sheldon gets arrested just for promoting this GoFundMe, and then they sent a whole SWAT team of police officers to my house to just arrest everyone. So basically Ammon's doing what I like to call the 3-year-old method, which is basically if a 3-year-old really wants something, they're not getting it, what do they usually do?
Whine, cry, kick the back of the seat when they're in the car.
Basically this. That's kind of what Ammon's doing. Like, Ammon at first isn't really getting what he wants. It's like, I mean, I guess he got me arrested, but then I get out of jail, and he's like, oh, shoot, if I just keep saying he's stalking us, they're not going to keep him in jail for stalk. I got to make up some story to put him back in jail. It's exactly what a 3-year-old would do, right? And then he says, we're going to murder him. He's like, we're threatening him, and
He's not getting what he wants.
You know what I just noticed? That the guy was also wearing shorts, and he was wearing shorts at work. Very unprofessional. There's recently, because Japan is so hot, like people are just like melting like flies over here. Oh, that doesn't really make much sense. I mean, unless it's in Hiroshima, I suppose. But they've allowed people to wear shorts at work recently, and now women are being harassed by leg hair. They're calling it leg hair harassment, where women are subjected to these hairy legs of men that they've never had to see otherwise, and then women are going nuts about it because they have to shave their legs or wear tights or something. I mean, they don't really have to shave their legs; they just do. But that's Japan's new problem: is the leg hair harassment from office workers wearing shorts. Do women really?
He just keeps like whining and crying. He's like, they're doing this,
and we
they're threatening.
Yeah, and we can't, honestly, we can't really get.
And if you think that the Japanese segues aren't related to this video, I remind you he's wearing a Sword Art Online t-shirt, which gives me license to talk about anything in Japan, like that earthquake in Kumamoto today.
Mad at Ammon for doing this because
where a mall just
we
blew
used
up.
to do the same thing also, right? Like literally everyone used to do this, but then we turned like 5 years old. And
What's the AC condition in Japan? Everyone has one because we're not retarded like the UK people. They just like melt when it goes over 26 degrees.
And we
grew out of it.
Yeah, like we turned 5, and then we realized that this was not the correct method to get what we want. Yeah, basically the person that sent me all this.
I have never shaved my legs, but there was a time like when I was like thinking about it. I maybe shouldn't tell you this. I don't know, like, you know, like when a woman has like a traumatic breakup and they just like cut their hair or something. I was thinking to myself, I might just, if I break up in my relationship, I might just shave all of my body hair, like legs, arms, everything. I might just go completely purify my. I don't know why I was thinking. I never did. It's pretty unhinged and gay, honestly. But bro, stop talking. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's just like one of those weird things you think about. Like I think I was in my mid 20s and I was just like looking for a change or something. But I didn't go through it. Eyebrows, yeah, everything. It would have been everything. Eyelashes, total like psycho mode. Yeah. I never did it though. Is this one of those intrusive thoughts you're not supposed to tell anyone about, but I'm telling you now.
Cam footage asked if I could respond to what Ammon's saying. So I'm saying my official response to Ammon is goo goo gaga, because I feel like that's the appropriate way to respond to someone who's acting like a baby. And send. So right after this phone call, they arrest Sheldon for just promoting our
The eyelashes was a joke.
GoFundMe, and sent a bunch of SWAT team members to like SWAT our house, which kind of makes that make more sense to me now of based on what Ammon was saying. But anyways, let's fast forward a little bit. We posted the video, and this is, I think, 5 days after we posted the video now. Matt McNeff, Ammon's brother, calls the police. I don't really think he had a crime. He's just kind of like complaining about our video. No, for real.
Let me see.
Yeah, so it's my brother and I have a franchise called Bricks and Minifigs that we run. He was filming and making this pseudo journalistic documentary that he, that's what he's claiming it is. Yeah. He released that documentary on Friday, and our lives have been nothing but hell since then. Once this YouTuber released this video, our franchisees are getting targeted harassment review bombs. They're destroying people's lives and making.
I mean, the unfortunate thing is you should have just dealt with the Lego situation earlier. Like you destroyed the Brian Mansell guy allegedly is now having panic attacks and medical issues because of the entire pending legal issues and everything like that. They could have avoided all of this by just honoring the consignment agreement in the beginning. Now, obviously, I think some of the blame does lie with the Crystal Law or Gorman or whatever her name is, because it seemed like she kind of fumbled the ball with some of her sloppy record counting. But it seems like she didn't take any of the Legos, which is the important part.
Like it has been it has been a nightmare.
He's not even reporting a crime to the police. He's just like complaining about how much he dislikes the video.
Aren't you supposed to call the cops when there's an emergency?
The cops basically just being the dude's therapist at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's been rough. He's trying to say that the American
yeah, I would think that this would be a phone call you'd make to the operator or police chief or something, like not just some beat cop that's out in his patrol car. That seems very strange to me that he just has this guy on speed dial.
Our company and the LDS Church are all colluding now in protecting our franchisee, and it's one big giant conspiracy. I mean, it's insanity. It's just rage bait and clickbait, and he is causing significant serious harm. This has got to slow down.
What, remind me, do you know the title of the video on YouTube? I'd like to include that link on the report.
The YouTube creator is like, again, we feel like we've tried the whole way through to do the right thing here.
There's no free shilling advertisement of these police body cams. They make sure to remove any clout chasers by saying their names.
This entire time, Bricks and Minifigs, they say they've been trying to do the right thing the whole time, and it's literally just been as easy as give the dude his Legos back. Like,
all right, that's the end of the body cams. There's a bit of like silly goofiness at the end here, and they're saying they want to do the chicken dance, and they're going to add more like crazy things. But that's the Lego update. Now we've warmed up the stream. We're ready to get into it. Okay, chat, you can stop complaining about the Lego stuff. All right, people voted for Jeremy first, and as you can see, Jeremy Hambley. It's the quartering segment. Jeremy is big excited, and he hasn't got a haircut because he is listed as a groomsman. That's right. He grooms men. Jeremy Hambley. He's a groomer. That's the only thing I've got in my miscellaneous Jeremy folder today. But that's not the end of the Jeremy stuff. Obviously, that's just what's in the folder. All right, so Don Flurgandy with the scoop somehow, as his intro song goes, says, the quartering potentially getting scammed. Jeremy showed that he's logging into the Walmart Seller Center website, which is only used for the third-party sellers on Walmart Marketplace, not for sellers with physical shelf space in stores. Now, of course, most of us have kind of come to this conclusion that Jeremy's only ever going to be on the Walmart website, which is, we think he's going to try and claim victory, saying that this was the plan all along, and he owned the haters, and it's an epic win for the Jeremy, but that's just not the case. Obviously. And by the way, when this happened to people like Player One Coffee, this was the death knell for their actual company before Jeremy bought it to try and rescue it from the, I guess, the Coffee Reaper or something. He also leaked that he visited withpersona.com, which is an identity verification website Walmart uses for third-party marketplace sellers as well. But when looking it up, it also warns that there are scammers that claim to be Walmart buyers that send a standard withpersona.com link to verify your identity before closing a deal to put your product on the store shelves. LOL. That would be hilarious, but I think it's just more proof of him targeting marketplace to cope instead of being on actual store shelves. Now, this is another theory that we've heard, which is very interesting to me, is that potentially Jeremy's being taken for a big ride by some shyster white label Walmart person, which would be very ironic if that's what happens. Now you can see here he linked it. His taskbar has betrayed him once again. Walmart Seller Center. So it's not looking good for the Jeremy. Now, Jeremy wants to move his editor in. Yes, this editor allegedly exists. And this is a clip from Alyssa Clip. Someone would like the video, as I hope you would too. Oh, wait, actually, but before we get to this, I just have a word to say about his editor. And this was found by Sunset Genius on the Kiwi Farms. Oh, wait, is this the right one? No, wait, that's the wrong one, I think. I think I got completely the wrong one. That's unfortunate. Unless, wait, hold on a second. Sometimes I got to scroll up. Oh, here it is. This is what I was talking about. So it was actually exit full screen button. Not only double captioned, but also double posted. And there's at least 2 shorts of the same name. Shockingly low effort. If we go over to Jeremy's Hambley channel, the Jeremy Hambley channel, you can see here these slop shorts that he has to be doing. He's forced to do them. He hates to do them. He is so... Oh, great. Now the camera is starting to fuck up again. Why does it always do this? I don't know. Actually, I kind of do know. It's because of a faulty lens contact. Anyway, I'll get myself out of the shadow room in a second, chat. This video is called Delete Double Captioned. Let's take a look.
Power tripping male Karen gets epically owned. Check this out.
This power tripping HOA president.
So he's still just stealing all of his shorts, but now he's so lazy that he has the original titles baked into the video. So it's like, whoopsie daisy, we uploaded a video with a double subtitles. Delete it because it's double captioned. But he just uploads it. Like, it's so lazy. He just uploads. It's just like, you know what? It doesn't even matter. Nobody gives a shit. Just upload it and don't delete it. Right. So this is what the editor's doing. What is this editor Chan doing? Like, what the fuck is going on here? All right. So that's the editor that I guess Quartering's going to move into his complex. It's the editable. So let's check this out right now while I fix this shitty camera.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on?
Happy Friday. I think this is going to be my new Friday time slot, by the way. So noon, 1 Eastern on Fridays. It should be good. I'm excited for the opportunity and excited to keep entertaining as many people as humanly possible exclusively on Rumble. Hope you all have a good weekend coming up. I've got a bachelor party to go to. Not as exciting in your 40s as it was in your 20s and 30s.
Well, I guess it's exciting if you're grooming men, Jeremy, as the groomsman.
But, you know, that'll be a thing. And it's just an interesting time. Summertime, nice and warm out.
Like, isn't going to a wedding one of like the highlights of most people? Like, you get to get drunk, you get to celebrate with your bros, you get to stand up there in a suit. It's great. Everyone's talking about how they're going to go on holiday together with each other. Like, you make all these plans that you never actually get any action. You never like actually do them. You just say, let's go barbecue at the beach next week. Yeah, let's fucking go. But it never happens. Weddings are great. Everything like that. You know, it's just a good time to be around. Good. Huge shout out. I'm moving my vlogs channel over to Rumble today as well. Oh, that reminds me. I have to check out the vlog channel on Rumble. Now, I've heard tell that Jeremy has promised that the next vlog is going to be about the Renaissance Fair. All right. With bated breath, I'm waiting for tomorrow. Maybe the Don can respond to that. Since it comes out right before his show.
Keep a lookout for that. It's Quartering Vlogs, one word. So I'm moving it to Rumble today. This is what it looks like on YouTube, but you know, you can watch, you should watch on a free speech platform. But Quartering Vlogs, one word, should be live on Rumble later today. It's also available on all other platforms, which will be linked in the description of this video later. And hopefully you'll enjoy those vlogs, and hopefully we'll hit 4,000 subscribers. Wait, the vlog channel is up on all platforms now.
All right. So the Quartering Vlog channel. The Quartering Vlog channel is now up on Rumble. It has 152 followers. Oh no. 265 views, 270 views, 270 views, 500 views, 300 views, 700. Bro, is this the actual audience? Because of course, like, he's buying views and subs and everything on YouTube, and a lot of the viewers are just A-logs anyway. And like, Rumble inflates the numbers too. So it's like, if this is like this, his biggest viewed one, I guess, is Finally Coming Clean. That's the one where he talks about the coffee show, right? About how it's like the haters have been owned, and it was all a ruse all along, or whatever. If that's like a 10x Rumble multiplier, is it like 70 people saw this video? The Rumble's going to save the channel.
Now, or will be probably by the time you see this video. Just search Quartering Vlogs, one word. And, you know, I did a vlog at the air show, the world's largest air show.
Now, he did not do a vlog at the air show. We saw this. This is a lie. Come on, what are you talking about? He played some footage. Now, maybe he took the footage, maybe he didn't. But a vlog is when you're actually out there talking to the camera. It's not voicing over and recording in your studio. He just doesn't have any attachment to the reality anymore. It was so embarrassing. It was like one of the more boring of the vlogs, I'd have to say. Definitely the worst so far, although some of the other ones have been very entertaining.
This week, other vlogs, talk about Tim Pool, my biggest scandals. I do 2 videos a week there. We'll have that on all platforms. Please help me hit 4,000 subscribers. And also,
why does he want to get 4,000 subscribers? Is that like a milestone on Rumble? Because I think he had like 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. So is it just trying to match up with YouTube?
A couple thousand on Rumble. I'll probably create the channel live here so I can share the link. I'm 100% fine. I'm 100% fine.
He's fine
with this, you know, I'm 100% fine with this. You know what I mean? By the way, live while I was recording this, I created the Quartering Vlogs channel over on Rumble. So if you get a chance, you can subscribe there now.
This is the content. He's just like creating channels on Rumble so he can get like not even 1,000 views on things. Why would anyone watch this show? He claims that 7,000 people were watching him make a Rumble channel. It just doesn't. It's just not real, Jeremy.
So I'm going to put the link to the vlog channel in chat right now and pin it. It doesn't have like a custom URL yet, but it will later today. Here, vlog channel there. If you're interested in that stuff, it's just a change of pace. I pinned it at the top of the chat. Head on over there, and I'll be the first follower. And
he follows his own channels, of course. I guess the karma's actually hitting me. I'm getting repeatedly sent to the Shadow Realm for some reason.
Oh, somebody already beat me to it. Shout out. So yeah, vlogs are available everywhere now.
He's so happy he has to tell you how happy he is.
Because now I can not worry about the language I use, not worry about...
Like, when he says this, has he ever said a naughty word on Rumble? Like, he actually says that he's trying to keep his show family friendly. What's the point of being on Rumble at all?
Censorship, not worry about other nonsense. What do you guys got going on this weekend?
He said the line. Let's go.
By the way, this is my new Friday time slot. If you're one of the many thousands of people watching on the Rumble homepage right now, watch this. You see my channel right here. It's like,
now I'm like too bright. It's fine. I'm in the light zone. I went to heaven. I've been abducted, or I guess raptured. 7,000 people watching this shit.
Quartering Inception. Click the title over here, More Terror in NYC, because that will actually take you to over here, my actual page. And then there's a follow button down below the channel. Make sure you...
He's like so desperate. How embarrassing. Every moment of every day is a shill.
Follow us so you never miss a live stream. Plus, then you can participate in the chat. If there's any new viewers in chat, definitely say hi. It's a cool place to be. We try to keep chat fun and interesting. And I like to read your messages. I just linked the vlog channel again in chat too. This is the new Friday time slot, 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to stick to that. So 2 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday, and 1 p.m. Eastern on Fridays. So I'll have to update the channel banners and stuff like that. But I really appreciate you tuning in. I really appreciate the opportunity to potentially meet new viewers on the Rumble homepage. I can't always count on that being the case. So,
like, Jeremy's claim, not sure if it's in the clips that we have today, but he's claimed that he has maybe a year's left on YouTube or content creation for some reason. But he's doing the best. He's also simultaneously doing the best ever. Shadow gifted 2,000 on Kick. Much appreciated on the big support over on the Kick. Like, if someone's getting 7,000 live concurrent viewers and they're doing the best that they've ever done, why would you say that you only have like a year's left? You're going to have to get a job. Like, he's actually claiming he's going to go apply for a job coming up in the not too distant future. I guess everything's just going amazingly. Now, of course, this is not the case. He's been lying. And when we get into the Rex Jones interview, it's crazy. He like shills for himself so hard, and he tries to big dog everyone like he's actually important, but he's not.
Make sure you follow the channel. This is the best chat on Rumble, so chill. I agree. You're making 108 cupcakes. Dang. My wife's making a bunch of food for the wedding shower, bachelorette party. It looks boring and healthy. Although pasta salad really isn't healthy, is it?
Well, no, he's not saying he has 1 year left to live. He's saying he has 1 year left to make content before he has to get a job.
I mean, the stuff in it is healthy, but pasta, I mean, it's not the worst thing you could have. Is the 9 a.m. pre-show gone? For now. Because
Reed and Steele. How's it going, Reed and Steele says, do you know why he has a different time slot on Friday? I don't. I thought he was just a time slot list and he was just looking for anywhere and anywhere, or anywhere, when and anywhere, where he could actually just find a time when nobody else is talking, because he's completely destroyed any time a real personality comes on.
You have this great opportunity to, earn new viewership by being here on the Rumble homepage. It has to take priority.
Oh, it's because Darkins doesn't stream on Friday. Is that the case? Oh no, Darkins.
It's such an amazing opportunity that, I got to make sure I take advantage of it. Pasta has carbs, sometimes a lot. Well, carbs aren't bad unless you're doing keto. I managed to stay keto.
But he is doing keto
all day at the fly-in yesterday. And then yesterday, all night, I was able to, I was out and about all night. I was able to stick to it. And I'm down almost 5 pounds already.
Just stop it. Just stop it. This is like this premature celebration of the keto diet is ridiculous. It's patently absurd. If Jeremy, like, fuck, if I take a dump or take a piss, I could lose like 5 pounds maybe. Okay. Like people, big boys like us, and I'm actually very trim, obviously. I'm not fat or anything. But I'm like 6'3", so I'm a tall guy. Jeremy's 6'5". The weight fluctuates like 10 pounds a day in a normal diet. He's just been doing keto for like 2 days, and he thinks he's lost 5 pounds. This is ridiculous. Even when you're losing weight, it goes up and down. It doesn't go in a straight line. That's why what you do is you take your measurements like in the morning and the evening, and then you average it, and then you have it like a chart, like, you can track it very easily. But he thinks he's actually depleted all of the carbs in his body after 2 days of eating steak and bacon and walking around the, not Renaissance Fair, but the air show, which frankly I don't believe. He claims he did 20,000 steps up from 300. No, it takes like weeks to deplete your carbs, doesn't it? Surely.
Which is incredible. Because I'm so overweight, I know.
Well, like, here's the thing. Yeah. So Rasslet says, I'm 6'6" and around 200 pounds. That's pretty thin for 6'6", honestly. So I know Jeremy's close to 500. Like I'm approximately, I would say 18% body fat at the moment. Maybe a bit lower. It could be as low as 16, but let's say 18% body fat. 6'3" and about 240 pounds. So Jeremy's claiming he's 60 pounds heavier than myself, which is just ridiculous. There's no way, unless he has feather bones, like a bird. It's just simply not true. Now, is he 399? Maybe I could see that. And that's like a big fucking stretch. I want to see him step on a scale. I just frankly do not believe. Like, there's no way you have a physique like Boogie 2988 and are under 300 pounds, especially as a 6'5" man.
Well, that there's going to be a big, like, in the beginning, there'll be like some big numbers and then it'll slow down. But it's obviously seeing that scale go down really, really helps, like, keep,
like, if you're not standing on the scale correctly, like you're leaning back, it can sometimes, depending on the scale you have, obviously, like if you lean back on like one of those digital scales, it can be in a margin of error of like 10 pounds. So any of that could be happening. Like, is this like a Simpsons moment where he's got his stomach is on the towel rack? I should have brought that up. That's actually the perfect clip where Homer keeps trying to weigh himself, but his fat is just stuck on the towel rack and he has to keep taking it off when he's trying to get disability for being like comically obese.
Keep me motivated. Helps keep me on plan. Now, the bachelor party will be tough, but I'll stick to it. My plan
but you can't drink. Like, going to a wedding and not drinking would be ridiculous. Like, that's the best thing about weddings is getting blasted. But, like, I guess Melanie Mack has convinced him he can just drink, like, as many White Claws as he wants, which is just not going to happen. Your kidneys are going to be fighting over what to do. Process all of the protein from the keto diet or, like, actually filter the alcohol. And it's going to pick the alcohol.
To just eat before. By the way, I just put together the Quartering Vlogs channel here on Rumble. I will be uploading the videos later today. If you get a chance, please make sure you go.
See, this is why Rumble's like a dog shit website, by the way. Like, you have to create like the channel and then the page, and then you have to get the custom URL. It's all just nonsense.
Follow it, Ward and Handley. Yes, that'd be a great retirement job for me. I've probably only got a year or two left of this streaming gig, and I can't retire.
See, like, what does he mean by this? He's only got 1 year left. So by July 2027, he can't stream anymore. Why not? He's figured out the algorithm. He's doing the best he's ever done. He's had his best month ever, and 7,000 people live concurrent are allegedly watching him. But he can't do it for much longer. It's like, I'm almost at the end of my rope. I'm gonna have to get a job. Are you joking? Like, he's broke. Like, he actually is broke, I think. But there's actually, oh, by the way, speaking of brokies, when we get to the Rekieta segment, he's been filing for like he might be broke too, actually. Well, I won't spoil that too much. We'll get to it when we get to it. But like, what do you mean? Like, realistically, if you have a stream which has more than like, say, 400 or 500 people, that essentially replaces a full-time job if you're doing that every day. Like, if you stream for 3-4 hours, 500 live concurrent viewers, that replaces most 9-to-5s. I'm being, like, frankly honest with you. So he's claiming that he's making perhaps 14 times an average job's wages, and he just can't do this much longer, and he has to get a real job. Why? This is like, if he was really getting 7,000 live concurrent viewers, this would just be leaving money on the table. It makes no sense. It's ridiculous. And the fact that he expects anyone to believe his lies is just nonsense. We got Gimme. Wait, sorry, I thought I was reading it fucking Japanese. Like Game Game Genie with a 2 says Jeremy is 375 pounds at least. I would say that. I'd say 399, but yeah, got to be over 350. There's no way.
I'm gonna need a job, and I guess over the next 2 years, if I continue to diet and work out, I'll get nice and swole, so I can handle myself.
Like, what do you mean swole? Because is he implying that he's going to be working a physical job? Like he's going to be picking up garbage, or like driving his truck around and delivering water bottles or something? I mean, he's not even qualified for that. But like most people with jobs work in like desk. I mean, not most people, but a lot of people work desk jobs, obviously. And they don't need any sort of physicality. Now, is he talking about he needs to have enough mental and physical fortitude that he can get out of his house and walk up a flight of stairs to his office and sit down in whatever data entry call center job he'd be doing?
I can't find the vlogs either. This is a link to the channel. I haven't uploaded them yet. I'm going to upload them after the stream. I got
the UPS driver. He already has the uniform. Good point.
There's some paperwork for Walmart, for the coffee company. We're finally moving forward on that. That took like a month. It was just sitting in limbo. I have to print physical UPCs on the boxes and bags, so I have to order new packaging, which is going to cost about 30 grand. But
now this is the mistake, and this is the danger that I think was highlighted by Misty Mochi when she was doing one of her streams or reports on Jeremy. And I want to say it was Misty Mochi. It may have been someone else. It may have been Luther or one other person, but someone was interviewing someone that had like these glasses that they were selling in Walmart. And they said that if you get anything wrong with your packaging, your boxes, your labeling, you have to ship everything back and you get charged every single time by Walmart. And this can be tens of thousands of dollars. Jeremy's suggested it's cost $30,000. He's already made a mistake. Or apparently it was Misty. So it was check out Misty Mochi for these in-depth research that she's been doing. Jeremy leaked his pictures of his labels on his Amazon page by mistake, and they're still incorrectly uploaded. He listed the postage address for Mill Creek Roasters, which kind of confirms my theory that he's getting his beans from multiple sources. Because I definitely believe he's using Javataza, but I think he's always been using several different companies. And that's why he's like, oh, you can never find the company, because it's like multiple companies that he's actually stealing. Or not stealing, but white labeling from. So every time he makes these mistakes, it's going to be like a $30,000 fine, essentially. Or like at least thousands and thousands of dollars. Why is he so obsessed with this Walmart thing? It's not going to save him.
Be worth it. And then all my packaging, like everywhere, will be the same then and universal. 21 people have found the vlog channel already.
That'd be a good
so that's pretty cool. It'll be more interesting probably when, you know.
This man allegedly has 2 million. He has 2 million people on YouTube, 7,000 on his Kick stream. Oh, sorry, not Kick, Rumble. And he's celebrating 21. Can we get 21 people to spam a B or a 1 in the chat right now? This man has the worst. Like, imagine if these are real people. This is perhaps the worst retention you've ever seen on any sort of video. He's celebrating 21 followers. Now, I think I removed the I got rid of it, but I think he was only not even up to 1,000 followers. He can't even get a bare fraction to go over and follow him.
There's content there, but I'm going to upload all the backlog too right away. So by the end of today, there'll be 6 videos. Actually, let me hold on. Created vlogs channel on Rumble. Can you add banners and upload the 6 videos?
Sniffing.
Oh, my editor's watching the show. He's already working on transferring the vlogs.
All right, so this is the editor. Now, how much is he paying this editor? Because in the past, he said that he paid someone $4,000 a week to make YouTube shorts. If that is a real off, like if that Jeremy actually is paying that. Now, of course, Jeremy's terrible with money, so I could almost believe it. Like that'd be a fantastic job. I would take that job. Like, holy shit, $4,000 to work for maybe 2 hours. Like, it's ridiculous.
All right, shout out, Steven.
All right, so apparently this guy has a name Steven. Steven's the man who has not yet deleted the deleted double text video yet.
The only person that works harder than me on my team is Steven. He's an incredible asset. And
is Steven one of Jeremy's split personalities? Is this when he disassociates and goes into his Steven space?
You know, I wouldn't be able to run this business without him. We've had to continually shrink our team as you know, the golden era of
he's doing so well they've had to shrink the company. Jesus Christ, 7,000 live concurrent viewers. You could have an editor, a producer. Now, of course, you don't need all of that, obviously. And the best thing about YouTube or working online, these sort of things, is that you have like basically no overhead. But what do you mean? Best month ever. We've had to reduce the team again.
You know, earnings online have gone down significantly.
They have not, by the way. Now, we know this because Jeremy decided to share how much he actually earns. And as I highlighted, compared to my own statistics, Jeremy's earning a third of what other people are earning on shorts, and he's earning about a tenth on long form videos because his retention is so garbage. So he thinks that this is like some sort of big push from you. Like, to be honest, like obviously it's not like the pre-apocalypse rates or anything, but this is one of the best times to be earning money on YouTube and other sites. So he has no idea what he's talking about.
And he just keeps doing more and more work for the same money. Absolute Chad. So shout out to Steven Voiceover. By the way, if you're one of the nearly 7,000 people watching the channel right now, do me a favor. If you like the show, we're live Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern and then Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you see us on the homepage like this, click on the title of the video.
Wow.
That'll bring you to the actual
like
stream. And make sure you follow the channel. There's a green follow button that'll show up for you down below the video. And then participate in the chat.
It would make sense that Rumble viewers don't know how to use a website interface. I could see that.
Because I actually read the chat. Sometimes I do it live during segments. You don't have to Rumble rant to get your messages read. It's been a great week. The channel continues to grow. Rumble continues to grow.
Everything's growing. That's why we've had to downsize. We've got like 1 year left.
In a lot of ways, you know, they've done the impossible. Being a free speech platform that, you know, just, you know, there's been many competitors to YouTube over the years, and none of them have really stood the test of time.
Yeah, none of them have. Except for maybe streaming sites like Twitch or Kick.
But Rumble has.
It has not. Rumble has no discoverability. The only way that you can use Rumble essentially as a creator is if you have a large following on YouTube and you take them over to Rumble. There's no way to grow on Rumble. It is not a competitor to YouTube. This is ridiculous.
Steven needs a...
Like, there's a lot of shit you have to deal with YouTube, but it's still like the platform if you want to actually grow an audience.
Raise? No. I compensate Steven very fine. And did it when you mentioned on stream. They're all enlisted. Do you want to live immediately or stagger them? Push them.
Like, I don't know what this guy's doing. Like, honestly, like, I don't know how much Jeremy claims to be paying this guy, but literally all he does, if we're to believe Jeremy, is he watches Jeremy's streams and clips out the segments where Jeremy says start segment here, end segment here. It is perhaps the easiest job that you could possibly do, because a lot of people just do it for free as a clip channel for channels they like, or maybe channels they don't like. So what does this guy actually do? I just don't understand. Like, this is like not even an hour's work a day. You can barely call it work. You could be doing this while playing dinosaur games, which is what I'd like to be doing.
Ad banner. All right. There we go. They'll be live momentarily. That's why he's the best. It was 3 o'clock in the morning for him, and I was sending him footage from the EAA to work on the vlog for the next morning, and he was still up and working. Absolute Chad.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I know that he doesn't actually have 7,000 real viewers. Absolutely. But this is the thing. Like, Jeremy will have you believe that he has 1,000. Like, he has 7,000 viewers, and this business is so unprofitable, he has to finish it within the next year. It's just absurd. Like, if you can concurrently get over like 1,000 or 2,000 views on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, any site except for Rumble, essentially, you are so far ahead in earning potentials than anyone. Like, and of course, it's like depends how long you stream and what type of streams you're doing, obviously, as well. But like, let's say you can do like over 1,000 live viewers for 4 or 5 hours a day. You never have to leave your house again. Just get everything delivered. Just like, it's crazy how much money you can make online. Not just with like the actual ad rates, but then the sponsorships, the merch, or everything. Like, people have built empires off of smaller numbers. Brian the Science has become a member on YouTube. Much appreciated.
Steven, say the word and start a GoFundMe. No, he can't say the word because he's in the UK. He'll actually go to prison for sure.
So I guess the word he can't say is the British word for cigarettes, fag, or any of the other fun words. Now, Jeremy's not going to say any slurs on his channel, despite moving to Rumble for that express reason.
He'll actually go to prison for sure. You should follow him on X, by the way, Steven Voiceover. Someday he may not, I want him to go out and be able to have a career of his own. Someday he's going to be tired of working for somebody else and just want to do his own thing, and he deserves it. Steven has a donation fund for his N-word GoFundMe. Well, I'll ask him. I'll ask him. He needs to immigrate to the United States. I know. Steven, I'll tell you this. I told him I'd fly him out next year to the EAA, but if you want to move to the United States, I'll cover your travel expenses.
So now Jeremy's taking away a job from an honest American, being the bull for his wife. He's replacing that job with an immigrant. It's not very American.
How about that? And you can stay at my house for a few months while you look for a place. I don't think he wants.
Just give him your own bed, Jeremy. You can't sleep in it anyway. You have to sleep downstairs. Just give him everything.
Wants to move to the United States. He's got a lot of family over there, but I would definitely pay to. And then I wonder if you could get an H-1B visa. I feel like you could.
Does the HB in HB1 visa stand for Heather Banger? Because he's banging his wife.
All right, so let's go to this.
He's the one who bangs Heather. It's the HB1.
He's pushing them live. They should be live here soon.
The B stands for bull. Okay, I should
cool.
have said that. Okay, so it's immigrant bull. Yeah.
Multitasking is the only way to get. It's the only way to get things done. By the way, brought over quartering vlogs to Rumble. The link will be in the description of the video. You can also search up quartering vlogs, one word, and it should show up there. And it's also on all other video platforms. Trying to get to 4,000 subscribers on YouTube and 100,000 subscribers on Rumble.
He currently has 30 followers. I mean, I think it's up to maybe 300 or something. That's still pretty embarrassing.
So hopefully, wherever you watch videos, hopefully it's Rumble. You subscribe.
Wait, so he really believes that he's going to get 100,000 subscribers for his vlog channel? I mean, maybe if he invents a time machine first.
Subscribe and follow there. It's a little behind the scenes stuff. The videos, the videos are starting to go up right now in real time. So all of the old videos are going up, so it'll be caught up to date in the next probably 30 minutes. So you'll have all the vlogs available.
But why would you watch them? Like, let's say you are a die-hard quartering fan. Why would you watch them again? You've already seen them, right?
Rumble.
Does he actually expect people to watch his content 3 times? Like when the live stream, the vlog, and then the re-upload? Does he actually believe this? I remember there was a user that was really getting salty. This is years ago when they started to try and do this double dip thing where they're they stream all of their content on Twitch first and then they upload it to VODs on YouTube. And then they got mad because their viewers stopped watching it. It's I don't get it, guys. You guys just aren't watching the vlogs. I was well, yeah, we've seen them on the streams. Why would we watch it again?
Exclusive home for all of my live streams. He also got an interview with Elon Musk, which is guaranteed multi-million view. I would love to.
Is it though? I don't think Elon's as much of a draw as he used to be. I'm sure you get a few, but I think people don't really show up for the guests as much as they do for the host. Now, of course, there's obviously there's some crazy outliers. If you have Elon Musk on Joe Rogan or something, that'd be different.
Interview Elon. Anybody that creates content would love to interview Elon. I was close. I think he followed me for a while.
No, I mean, not really. Sure, getting a lot of views would be fun, I guess, if it is indeed guaranteed views. But the thing is that Elon Musk is such a whiny child when it comes to anyone that has something critical to say about him. What's that guy, that New Zealand gamer guy, Quinn or something, who did the expose proving that Elon wasn't actually a gamer? He showed that he was was it using was it Diablo Glider or something, or he was hiring people to play his video for him, and then he got super pissed off and he started basically calling everyone pedos. I think he accused Asmongold of being a pedo for watching that video. That Quinn I think it's Quinn 69. I think it's Quinn. Really funny guy, really funny guy. Good stuff. Anytime you say anything even slightly against Elon Musk, he throws a tantrum.
Then I criticize X. He tends to be pretty sensitive. If you ever criticize him at all, you end up kind of on his bad side.
This is like one of the first true things that Jeremy said.
And there are things that Elon has done and said that I've criticized. So I think I've lost the ability to get an interview with him, even though he'll interview this clown or do an interview with Don Lemon. All right, airport Karen time.
Now, this is actually kind of funny that I just realized that the way that this is all kind of worked together. But as we get into the Rex Jones interview or debate or whatever you want to call it, Jeremy talks about how pathetic and useless Twitter is when he was sucking off Elon's and Twitter's nuts for years. He made a video called The Most Important Video That I'll Ever Make, where he was like, vote in a Twitter poll, because he thought that Elon would actually step down if he lost the Twitter poll.
Airport Karen time. By the way, huge shout out to everyone tuning in. About 7,000 wonderful people out there right now. If you're watching me on the homepage, do this real quick. You see,
Quinn is also, yeah, I know Quinn's a Kiwi because I saw him eating Burger Fuel, which is really actually very good. Like Burger Fuel's, I'm pretty sure it's only in New Zealand, but it's a really fantastic burger shop. Bit pricey though. $18 burgers. What the fuck?
Here I am. Just click right
Probably
here
more than that now.
to the More Terror in NYC, or you can type in The Quartering in the search bar if you're watching on TV or something like that. Click here, and right below the video, you'll see a green follow button. If you aren't already following the channel, please do follow the channel. You know, we have this incredible opportunity today to potentially meet a lot of new, awesome people. And I'd love to see you when we maybe aren't on the homepage. So make sure you click through. And
wait, hold on a second. I want to see what the chat's saying in his thing.
And I'd love to see you when we maybe aren't on the homepage.
They're talking about kimchi in his chat. Apparently kimchi like sucks the microplastics right out of you. I don't know if that's true or not though.
So make sure you click through and you follow the channel and then get involved in the chat. You know, I like seeing all you guys in chat, talking to you, hearing from you.
Unless you post an orange or you ask a question about his businesses or you talk about anything he says. He loves seeing all the people in chat so he can ban them.
And hopefully you'll enjoy that. Like the vlog channel's all the videos are now up on the vlog channel, by the way. So there's that. You can check that out as well. But the entrepreneur said he was dozing in his seat ahead of the 6 a.m. departure when he was rudely awakened by a passenger urging him to switch seats. He said he initially agreed as he thought the woman just wanted to get a better view for a 5.5-hour flight. He claims she hopped into his seat, lay flat position, before he realized the reason for the swap was because hers didn't recline.
He's thinking about the germinal decline. The Freudian slip snuck in there.
That is, so she lied to him about why she wanted to change seats. First of all, I never change seats with somebody on a plane. I know Melanie would make fun of me and say there's no such thing as karma or this kind of stuff, but like, I feel like whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and I don't want to switch seats because I feel I don't know.
Like he's actually getting nervous thinking about this. So he's going to go talk about how much of he has to disassociate when flying, which is absolutely ridiculous considering his wife is a pilot. But I mean, just listen to this.
I have travel anxiety. I don't like traveling, so I have like this.
He has travel anxiety
thing about like, I'm like first on the plane. I sit in my seat, put my headphones on.
So first of all, Jeremy pushes past you, and he's not paying for the expensive chairs. He's in coach, obviously. He pushes past everyone so he can be the first person to get into his chair. And I think he specifically said like he doesn't sit by the window, so he's sitting in the aisle fucking seat or something. Doesn't move. Goes into like a pill bug style ball and refuses to talk or do anything. So he's just this giant blockade in the middle of it. Like, it's ridiculous. And the reason he does this is because he's a perpetual child. And you'll notice that this is like these like people that are stuck in this perpetual childhood. They have a couple of these tales, and one of them is like this fear of going outside, agoraphobia, fear of things that adults shouldn't be afraid of, like flying or injections, needles. And he said he's afraid of needles. That's why he doesn't want to go on the Ozempic, and that's why he's trying this keto before he does anything else. Like, so when he goes on a plane, he has to try and hypnotize himself. And I can understand if you don't like flying. A lot of people don't like flying. But when you have all of these different traits together, it just means that you've never grown up. And that's why he's always trying to fill these voids in his life with these toys and nonsense that he has in his apartment.
I put my hoodie up and I put my head down.
This is what he said. This is how he gets through flying.
I'm like first on the plane. I sit in my seat, I put my headphones on, I put my hoodie up, and I put my head down or against the side if I have a window seat. And I don't move for anyone. I don't eat anything on the plane. I don't drink anything on the plane. I'm there to survive it.
So like every time he goes on a plane, he goes into this life or death situation where he just goes into a ball, like actually just withdraws, like a turtle pulling its head in. So he's got the hoodie down. He's like shaking in his like little chair, going la 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 la. He can't even enjoy an in-flight meal, even though they're shit and they're airline peanuts. He doesn't even know what they're about.
Actually, it's my version of raw dogging a flight, even though I have music. I don't talk to anybody. I purposely make myself look like I don't want people to talk to me. I've had people like tap me on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, how you doing? What are you?" I'm like,
no, they probably tapped on the shoulder, say, "Excuse me, sir, can you please move? I'm trying to get into my seat."
"Nah, dog. I'm just trying to sleep. Can you leave me alone?" I am very uncomfortable on planes. If some woman was like, and first of all, can you imagine you take her seat and then she immediately reclines into you? That's why I always take the bulkhead seats. I know people say they have a little less room, but I'm guaranteed not to have somebody reclining all the way back into me for the entire flight. Those plane seats really shouldn't.
Yeah, he shuts down like he's got some actual trauma.
Recline unless they're, in first class and they have, those cubicles, things like that. I just don't see every time. And I guess it probably affects me more because I'm 6'5". But like if somebody recline, my knees are already basically hitting the seat in front of me. When they recline,
those knees can't take much more damage either, right?
I am uncomfortable. I will purposely lock my knees so that when they try to recline, it doesn't go back as far as they want. I'm that guy.
Imagine sitting so Jeremy's trying to talk about this Karen flyer, but he's the Karen. He's the most obnoxious person to be sitting anywhere. So first of all, there's a smell. Then he's just like not listening to anybody. He's just like, he won't even move. Like if you need to take a shit, you have to go to the bathroom. He won't even move for you. He just ignores you because he has to actually disassociate and go into his special place to survive the act of flying.
But I don't really have a choice. If I was 5
yes, you do. Get over it.
And I wouldn't care. But I'm 6'5". I need what little legroom I get on a plane, and I can't have somebody reclining into me. It's just not. Now, again, in my defense, I purposely will book the bulkhead, which is a non-favorable seat anyway. I almost never have a problem getting it. But I can't stand this. If somebody did this to me on a flight, I would go. I guess it would never happen because I wouldn't switch.
And this man is too cheap to buy 2 seats for himself. He actually said that one of his motivations for doing keto was it was so embarrassing when he goes flying because he had to ask for the seatbelt extender. And what that is, it's like an extra cable sort of thing, or I guess belt. You just like plug it in so you like doubles the length of your belt because he's too fat to fly.
He was
as a normal
incredulous
person.
And grabbed his phone to record the moments after she sat down and allegedly then refused to trade back. Here's what you do. You just tell the flight attendant. I'll be like, I don't know this woman.
Jeremy, yeah, call the teacher, the Jeremy special. Just like when people are annoying on YouTube, call the teacher. Hey, Jeremy.
She sat in my seat. I don't know what she's talking about trading seats. I want my seat back. You get your seat back. You got to be your own advocate sometime. Sometimes you have to fight Karen with Karen. That's the only way. If you fight Karen with Karen, you can defeat a Karen. But if you try to play by your own rules, they're going to win every time. That's why they're a Karen. This one, furious woman shows fellow passenger's seat. I've seen Karens of, you can't do that. That's assault. Putting her feet up to hold.
Do Americans really? I've never seen anyone freak out on a plane. I live in such a country where people have manners. I see a lot of these videos, obviously, because apparently it happens all the time in America. We've got the Quizler with a $5. To be fair, his wife did the marital act with the Skyball in front of him. Out in front of him in the plane. Oh, I see. So he has trauma from that. That makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. That's why he has to have these comatose shock experiences when he goes onto the plane.
Hold it from reclining. Can't do that. That's
Why is this news? Well, that's the thing is there's all these other things happening in the world, but Jeremy claims there's no news. So he has to watch people getting annoyed on flights. And that's because he can only see these things as them happening to himself. He just spends all day imagining how he would deal with these, hypothetical situations because he has to be prepared just in case because he's so nervous about going outside, going to the supermarket, going to the Renaissance Fair, going on a flight, going anywhere.
I would be doing the exact same thing. I would just keep reclining. I'd be like, suck it, lady. Can't do it. And with that, that's my last segment of the day. I hope you guys really appreciated hanging out. Make sure before you go, if you see me on the homepage, if you're one of the 7,000 people on the homepage right now, by the way, thanks for the compliment. Lich Mob, thanks for tuning in. Click on the title or my name.
Why can't his wife just fly him? Because she flies a one-seater or the little Cessnas, and Jeremy can't fit onto those. He's actually just too big to fly on those solo flying. Oh, it's
come through to the video and there's a green follow button down below your video. Make sure you follow the channel. I won't always have this incredible opportunity to meet.
Yes, he is agoraphobic. Like leaving the house is a terrifying act for him. And like I said, it's this kind of like perpetual adolescence slash, I don't know, arrested development, whatever you want to call it. But like it's the collecting the toys, afraid of needles, afraid of interactions, agoraphobia. He just never grew up.
Viewers, we're live Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m.
And that's why going to the teacher, going to the flight attendant, going to YouTube makes so much sense to him, because that's how he resolved all of his problems when he was a child.
Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. I've only missed one show in 3 years, I think. So I'll be here every day to bring you the news, the commentary, to interact with you in chat. And, I just so appreciate this opportunity that Rumble has given me and the opportunity to meet so many of you.
By the way, this Rumble deal, or this opportunity that's been given to him, basically, if you agree to use Rumble's studio and you go to their site, obviously, and use the Rumble ad reader, they will put you on the front page. This is not some special deal. This is not like he's negotiated with Rumble. It's just because he's using their platform. And a bunch of people that use Rumble have kind of talked about this, and this is like the Rumble grift. In my opinion, it's a grift. I think it's basically tantamount to fraud. But essentially, if you decide to use the Rumble studio exclusively, and read their ads, they will put you on the front page so that you can boost your ad rates. Now, of course, you only get about $18 per 1,000 viewers anyway. So even if all of these 7,000 viewers are counted in their ad read, he's maybe making a couple $100 or something. So I guess that's a lot of money to him. But I feel like this is scamming the advert. I mean, then again, now that I think about it, all of the advertisers on Rumble are scammers anyway. So it's scammers scamming scammers. So maybe I'm okay with it, actually, in second thought.
And read your chats and read your comments, because I run my...
By the way, Jeremy thinks that he invented the idea of reading a chat on a live stream. He actually thinks this is a unique thing you can only find on his stream.
Oh, kind of like a community.
All right. So that, I think... Oh, wait, there's one more. We got one more before we get into the Rex Jones debate. And this is so embarrassing, because the quartering is such a pussy that he can never pretend to be serious when he's like asked about his beliefs. He's always just joking, talking about Marvel movies, even though he hasn't done that for years, apparently. This is like one of the funniest, embarrassing moments I think that Jeremy's ever had being exposed again. But we got this first one. It's a secret Sunday stream. So I guess this is when his wife was out doing something with a friend or something. By the way, I've been thinking about downloading this like Wallmart is Racist as an intro song, because I actually kind of like it. Like it's so cringe it's coming around, I think. Do you guys like that idea? Let me know.
Hey, welcome here on a Saturday stream. Hope you're all doing well. I just I felt like I owed you guys a little bit because I missed the stream.
I like find myself saying Walmart is racist in public now. I mean, just like saying it under my breath sort of thing. I think it's funny.
On
Walmart is
Thursday.
Racist. But this man is actively trying to get into Walmart as well, which is kind of crazy.
So I will work Saturday. GF, thank you. This is for the hate watchers. Yeah, shout out to the hate watchers. Appreciate it.
He's owning the haters because he's got nothing else to do on Saturday except stream.
You appreciate it for that $30 Rumble rant. Absolutely crazy. Check that, $50. Wow. Very generous of you. Hope you guys are doing all right today. We've got a little bit of news. Yes, weekend session. Secret stream, that's right. Saturday show.
It's a secret stream because nobody's actually ever seen his streams.
Day off.
They're
got
all
a bachelor party
secret
tonight.
streams.
Not much of a, at 43, it's not really, going to a bachelor party is like, I'll be the first one to leave. Everyone that's going there is much younger. How's your keto going? Well, I am down so far since starting keto, which has only been a week. So, I'm sure this is just water weight. Almost 7 pounds. Almost 7 pounds. Actually,
it is water weight. I promise you, he's going to gain weight by the end of the year.
7 pounds proper. I'm sure that's just water weight. I'm in it for the long haul. It's nice to see a little, positive reaction early on to such a big lifestyle change. But, delivering mail for the post office and Sears Stream pop-up. Yeah, I love it. Shout out to our postal workers. Now I've got more than a few postal workers that watch the show, delivery drivers that watch the show or listen to the show probably. But shout out to all you out there. Shout out to all of you.
Is this the secret stream? Where's the content, my man?
Just like to give everyone a minute to pop in. Pretty nice to see almost 2,000 people on a random unscheduled Saturday stream. That's not.
This is how you know that Rumble's just a fake website. You just like
nice. That must mean people followed the channel last week. We were on the homepage a lot, so I was really pimping to follow the channel. What's Mel's keto channel called? I think it's Butter Maniac. By the way,
is it worth investigating this Butter Maniac channel? Is there like this untapped butter mine of like cringe Melanie Mac shit? And to be fair though, she's pretty hard to listen to. So like watching her own videos would be quite difficult, I think. So I think we'll avoid that one. Maybe I'll sacrifice my ears and go check it out.
I have a coffee company. This speech is horrific. The audience is stunned in silence. Trump attacks Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert is talentless. Trump is a small, mean...
Not a political stream, by the way. This is important context.
Demented man. A sad excuse for the president. If you see me on the homepage or, you just happen to be on my page watching for the first time, make sure you click the title of it here, Trump destroys woke reporters, right? Click.
Not a political stream, by the way.
Click on that. And then there's a green follow button down below.
Oh my goodness. I'm getting PTSD about hearing about this green follow button.
The video. Make sure you follow the channel so that you actually get notified when we go live. Because we won't always have this wonderful blessing to be on the homepage. Certainly on a day when I'm not normally streaming, I suspect.
He's muted on the front page. Oh, that's true. That's funny. So if you're watching on the front page of Rumble, unless you actually unmute his stream, he's just completely muted and he's not actually getting any sort of interaction. That's actually hilarious. Because people go to the homepage, then they look for the streams they're actually looking for. So he just gets these fake Rumble numbers. Oh my goodness. What an embarrassing website.
There's a lot of new viewers out there.
Oh, Don,
I'm so glad that you're all here on this day. And I know there's going to be at least 1 or 2 new people that haven't seen my show before because maybe they work during the week. You can always watch it later, or you can just listen, use the Rumble app and just listen to it if you're at work or something like that.
Yeah, like you can do with literally any website, any app, basically Spotify, YouTube, Twitch. I mean, basically what everybody fucking does to listen to podcasts while they're working.
That's just, you're next to AJ. Oh, on the homepage. Nice. Shout out Alex. I appreciate Alex. I don't like the path he's going on right now. I'm not a big fan of it, but I like him a lot. By the way, huge shout out to everyone who has supported my coffee company, Coffee Brand Coffee. So help support a small business, me, by going to buycbc.com today.
It's the all ad shows. It's the all click the green file. It's just like the circle of life for Jeremy is just like, if you're on the Rumble homepage, click through to my channel, click the green follow button. Here's a coffee ad. Let's see for a bit. Oh, if you're watching on the front page, let make sure you click through.
Once you get your item, please come back.
These compilations are absolutely diabolical, Alyssa. What are you doing?
Go to the item you bought, scroll down, and write a customer review. I'd be greatly, greatly appreciative of it. It just helps with, personal, societal proof. You know what bothers me? He's wearing my hat.
What?
That bothers me the most. I have this hat.
What? There's a black man wearing a hat that Jeremy owns. He's going to have to throw out his hats.
This young man is wearing it. I'm going to have to find a different brand of hat company.
He literally can't wear the same hat that a black person wears. Oh, it's a one drop rule, but it's like for hats.
If you're watching me for the very first time, we have the blessing of being on the Rumble homepage right now. I don't know how long we'll be there, but especially on a day in which I'm not normally live, if you can, do me a favor and click through on the title.
Was that a siren? Were you guys complaining about my Japanese sirens? Was it that bad? Wasn't that?
Here.
That's the word. They're calling it the worst siren of all time. God damn it.
Click through the title and make sure you're following the channel. Click the green follow button down below this video and then get involved in the chat room. And I really am so thankful.
Yes, he's been hat cucked as well. The hat's been blacked and now it's being cucked and he can't wear it anymore.
Full and blessed to have this opportunity to meet new people today. And I'm hoping that, this is why I love Rumble. This is why I exclusively only stream to Rumble. It's a free speech platform that actually supports their creators. You'd never get this opportunity ever on YouTube, Twitch.
Then say something edgy.
Or Kick. I would never get the opportunity to share conservative politics on their homepages.
What do you mean by that? It's just simply not true.
And that's why I'm so loyal to Rumble. I'm asking today to...
He's got that loyalty.
Get engaged and just follow the channel. So make sure you follow. And, that's my only ask today, so that, you can find me when I stream at unscheduled times, or, I won't always have the great blessing of being on the Rumble homepage to reach new people. So the show will go on whether we're there or not. So hopefully you'll follow. Again, Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern and Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern. And just give it a follow. Oh, GM again with the 5 Rumble premium subs gifted. Thank you, dude.
Right, you can gift Rumble subs now. It's so funny because like Rumble tried to be different to YouTube and like Kick and all that just for the sake of being different, which is why their website is such dog shit, because there's very simple things like, subscribing or starting a channel or just like, everything. They had to do it their own way, which makes it a really annoying and unintuitive website to use, which is maybe why Jeremy has to explain how to click the green follow button or something. I don't know. But then they just end up copying everything anyway.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here, especially on a Saturday. It's
like,
not
what do you get for being a Rumble member anyway? Like all the content's just there.
My regularly scheduled time, but thousands of you showed up, and it truly is humbling. I have the greatest job on the planet. I know people probably,
this job is so great that he's got 1 year left of it before he has to get a real job.
Relative, but for me, I absolutely love getting to know all of you and interacting with you, covering stories that you want me to cover, because I actually read the chat and I interact with you guys.
How long until Jeremy's telling Rumble, I made you? Almost certainly he's already done that.
So
he's a big cheese over there. That's why they're not taking his calls anymore.
My show is truly live. I don't pre-record. It's truly live. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, but you probably do if you've been watching me. I have a coffee company, and I have a big sale going on right now. If you go to CBC...
There's always a sale. There's always a sale.
Amazon.com or coffeebrandcoffee.com. You can too. I put our dark roast K-Cups 30% off until they're gone. Just because it's a highly selling item. That's a great...
What? It's a highly selling item. That's why we're putting it on discount. How does this make sense, like business-wise? It's selling so well, I've just decided to discount it. What? Now, wait a second.
Entry point for people who have never had our coffee before. Support me, support a super small business, and I would greatly appreciate it.
I thought he was a coffee mogul millionaire. He's a super small business.
So today says, bring back the morning shows. I'm going to try. Toyota says, I will give you $10 to bring back the morning shows. That's a one-time payment directly to your morning show.
Like, the thing is, every one of Jeremy's streams is a commercial session. There's never any content.
For the rest of your career. How can you pass that up?
In fact, listen and edit this all. This is just unedited, like Jeremy stream.
I don't know if I can. Hey, kids. My dogs are down here right now telling me it's time to play, and I must be a good dog dad. So before you go, please do remember 2 things. Check out cbcamazon.com. It supports the stream. And then just remember to hit that green follow button down below the channel. I'm going to go play with the dogs, feed the birds, and pick up dog poo.
So Rumble is such a fantastic and like amazing site that you can watch. Allegedly 5,000 people were watching Jeremy talk about hitting a green button for an hour and buying coffee. Come on, bro. Just stop it.
Almost Saturday chores, Dadderday. And
all right, now let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens when Jeremy actually gets pressed by people. Now, this is one of the most embarrassing. Well, it would have to be the most embarrassing appearance of Jeremy since the first time he was talking to Rex Jones. Now, this is Alex Jones' son, and he's been beefing with the Quartering and I believe also Andrew Wilson. He invited them all on to do a debate, and Jeremy decided to pop on to show you how he's a very serious person.
Jeremy, better known as the Quartering, for quite some time, and I invited him to go on War Room. I called him out on stream last night. It blew up.
Yeah, this was like a stop. He's already dead sort of style.
Him out about some of his hypocritical statements, and he wanted to get the drop on us. I think in his mind, he's
yes, Alex Jones' son is black. That's Alex Jones' son on the right there.
Sure, in his mind at least, that we don't have prep.
That's why they call it the gray zone, is because it's like a white and a black guy, I guess. I have no idea. Oh dear.
We have plenty of prep time, and this isn't going to be an ad hominem stream. Isn't going
Was he drunk? All right, chat. We're gonna vote if he's drunk or not. But if he's drunk, then he's not on keto anymore.
Stream. We're going to do a debate with Jeremy at 8 p.m. if he shows up.
He's
watching a movie. Let's talk about this a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of bobbed and weaved, and he was like, "Oh,
wait, April 2nd. Is this an older one?"
Muhammad Ali.
I thought this was recent. I thought this was new.
Be on in 2. I can't be on.
Apparently,
in 2
this
hours.
is April 2nd.
Let's
Okay.
do this now.
I thought this was like yesterday. Never mind.
Now, oh, I can't do it tomorrow. Actually, I'm watching a movie, and we're just sitting there going back and forth. I'm like, this guy's scared of me.
He's got to watch Despicable Me 2 with his wife. He's got to watch Shrek with his wife for some reason, but he's going to be here soon, and Tim's going to moderate.
I'm here to bring up evidence. I'm here to bring up whatever these guys need.
Just like I heard people online saying like, oh, you want to have him go on Harrison's show? You want to do a 2-on-1? No, Harrison offered to moderate. We're going to have a discussion on why you support the war. Now, here's the thing, Tim.
Well, if this is the first one, I haven't actually seen this, so this is actually good then. We can see but we can see both for context. This is like, it's so pathetic because Jeremy wants to do these things where he's like Schrodinger's like jokester / political commentator, where every time he says something stupid, he's joking. But then he's a very serious person when he's just doing his own show.
Quartering, what he is going to say is, I don't support the war. I've been anti-war from the beginning. Look at these tweets on me saying I don't like this. But it's like he's also calling people doom pillars. He's saying we're winning. He's saying that we can't close the strait. He's saying all these things ultimately in support of the government. And then he wants to turn around and pretend that he's against this war. I haven't seen him one time talk about the elementary school that's been hit. I haven't seen him talk about the civilian infrastructure. In fact, there are statements from him, and I don't know if they're sarcastic or not. We're going to have to ask him where, he's calling for, carpet bombing and use of nuclear weapons, basically. So what's up with that?
You've been showing me the receipts, so
I just retweeted.
I don't really know this guy too well,
right?
I've just known that like you've had beef with him for like a few months now.
It's not even. I don't have.
Let's skip to when Jeremy actually shows up, which I think is around. They kind of show a few of his tweets, but then Jeremy shows up here.
We're still in the team or in the club or on the team. We appreciate you coming on. Can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
How are you doing tonight? What movie were you watching?
It Comes at Night. It was not very good.
Okay. All right.
Do I say it? It Comes at Night. Is he talking about Adam?
Hey, you haven't met me yet. I'm Tim Tompkins. I'm Rex's co-host here. I host the American Journal with him as well as the Gray Area. I'm not here to debate with you. I'm just kind of here moderating. It's not a 2-on-1. Harrison might be joining.
Probably, man. I'm not sweating it.
Cool.
All right, I just want to ask you just off the rip. Here's the thing. You're calling me a liar and you're calling Harrison a liar. And I think that comes back to us saying that you're pro-war and you're making the argument of, hey, I don't support this, right? I support Trump, but I don't support this war. I don't support this conflict. I've got these quotes of you here. I've got 3 of them of you calling for the place to be last, calling for them to be buried, and calling for us to take the oil. What's up with that? Is that sarcastic? Is that a joke? Are you being serious when you say stuff like that?
It's hyperbole, dude. Like, it's an obvious joke. Like
it's always a joke when he says something that people make fun of him for.
Literally nobody thought I wasn't joking with that. You think I want to glass Iran?
Yes. I think he absolutely does want to, but he's in this like, oh no, I'm just it's all jokes, man. I absolutely believe he just wants Trump to take all the nuclear weapons and turn the entire Middle East into glass.
Maybe.
I believe that.
Maybe you don't call out Trump on his crimes. What's going on there?
I call Trump out all the time. I know you're new to this, but I've been calling out Trump.
So he's trying to make it seem like he's some like big experienced political man. But this kid is apparently like 22 or something. I don't know. Like he looks like he's 40, but apparently he's in his early 20s. He's like, you must be new about this. Clearly you don't have very much experience. Obviously these are jokes. Like, no, Jeremy, just stop it.
When he was first president in 2016, and the first thing he did was fire missiles into Syria, I believe it was. I was very vocal about that.
Why do you not call him out on his war crimes when he blew up the elementary school?
I don't know who blew up the elementary school, to be honest with you.
All right.
Well, it was the Americans.
I'm sorry.
So you're either ignorant or you're spreading propaganda here because it's been admitted we double tap attacked the school. Trump came out and lied and said Iran had Tomahawk missiles. You know they don't have Tomahawk missiles. You know
I never said America did or didn't do it, though. You're putting words in my mouth.
See, this is the fence sitting that you do. You literally, your show, what you do, Jeremy.
No, he can't sit on a fence because they can't be supported by him, obviously.
Jeremy, both online on Twitter and on your show, you set up a tripod in your backyard. You sit on your fence and you go, I'm sitting on my fence. See, I don't have
dude. It's a beautiful view. You understand that, right? Like, it's nice.
So you're admitting that you're really illegitimate as a political commentator. You have no real positions. You go where the wind blows you.
No, I am.
Yes, that's actually very true. Now, he's going to try and pretend that he's still doing this like Marvel swap thing where he's just talking about Brie Larson and everything, but that's not the thing. Like, clearly his content has a political slant to it. That's the only thing he really does is like this. I mean, I'll bring up his channel right now. We'll have a look.
I know that you're really fired up for this. It's a big deal for you, but the fact of the matter is there's actual. Well,
let him speak.
Not every decision, not everything that happens in the real world is all or nothing. And ultimately, obviously, I don't support any foreign intervention. I've been on record for, 15 years.
All right. So here, Let's have a look at some of his non-political content. We've got holy moldy, the Fauci bombshell. Race riots begin. They fired her with Trump. You've got terror wave explodes, and that's obviously like in regards to the Islamic attack in Germany. Like this is almost exclusively political content. She triggered. I mean, this one obviously. What she actually said it. What did she actually say, Jeremy? The N word? I don't know. Oh, no, apparently trans women and men is what they said. Elon causes woke melt. Like it's all political. It's all culture war stuff.
You're saying they don't support this Iran nonsense either. But I don't spend all day spurging out about it because it's...
Yes, he does. He spends all day spurging out every day about everything.
Irrelevant. You know, my opinion doesn't matter on it. My viewers know exactly where I stand. If you'd watch any one of my...
No, they don't, because you don't stand for anything. The thing with Jeremy is he doesn't actually have any opinions. He doesn't really have any beliefs. He sees what other people say and he imitates them. He sees what Ben Shapiro says. He sees what Benny Johnson says. He sees what Steven Crowder says. And then he says the same things because he thinks that that's what gets you money. But then when you ask him what he actually believes, he just wants to play with his toys. And he's just he's a non-serious jokester.
Videos talking about it, I usually lead off with I do not support this. I probably have 24 videos saying that. So when you ascribe a position to me, let me finish, and then I'll let you finish. You know?
You're trying to keep your audience alive. You're trying to keep that MAGA cookbook audience alive by not taking a strong enough stance. You have to be against genocide, against war crimes.
Rex, my channels have a combined like 40 million views last month. Are you joking? Like I'm not
40 million views of shorts, perhaps.
I'm not trying to keep anything alive. I've always spoken exactly the truth as it stands. I mean, the idea that I would change my opinion with what the wind blows. You'd think I would be on the Tyler Robinson didn't kill Charlie Kirk thing. That's an unpopular position that I've held for a very long time. And if I went the way the wind blows,
wait, what is this? I haven't heard about this. Like people, is there like a theory that Tyler Robinson didn't shoot Charlie Kirk? Is that the theory? Surely he did, though, right?
I'd be following that. I'd be following the Israel clicks, like a lot of you guys are.
I have never heard of it. Like, I mean, I've only ever heard Jeremy talking about it. Is that what he believes? Like, unironically? Surely not. Surely not.
Well, my opinion, and sometimes we don't agree on that.
Exploding microphone? Come on now.
You know, and sometimes it's different than yours.
You're actively lying. You're playing the fence-sitting game. We have you here. You say this is all hyperbole. You say this is an obvious joke. We're going to read this, and then we're going to read the comments, see if people agree. Yeah. All laughing. Okay. No deal. Just bury them, take their oil, and move on with our lives.
Gecko Jesus says, shape charge in Kirk's lapel mic is basically confirmed at this point, to be honest. No offense. I think this is the most lunatic theory I've ever heard, and I have seen no evidence to support this. If you would like to change my mind, send me some information on Twitter about this. This sounds like absolute nonsense, and I don't believe it.
What are we even doing here in response to the negotiation? That's all a ha-ha to you?
Yeah, it is. It's a hilarious joke to me. All of this is stupid. You know, I think that...
All right, so the tweet he has is the leader report. President Trump claims Iran wants to make a deal. No deal, just bury them. Take their oil and move on with our lives. Like, obviously, he believes this, though. Because he just wants things to be cheap. He just wants... Well, actually, this is kind of the catch-22 with Jeremy, is that he wants things to be bad because then he can complain about them.
I get that maybe X means more to you than it does to me. Like that...
Apparently, you can prove it, but I can't prove it. It was revealed to you through a dream. Okay. Maybe I'll get that same dream tonight.
It's totally real. Like, when you send out tweets, maybe you're, like, really thinking about it and really crafting it and stuff like that. And that's probably why you have a better, you know, maybe a bigger following than me. I use Twitter to shitpost because Twitter is completely overrun by bots and is largely useless.
Jeremy once dedicated his entire life. I want to see if this video is still up on his channel, actually. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this while I play this.
So when I rip off a comment like that...
You're admitting you're not a serious person, are you?
It's all... No, I'm not. Rex, no, I'm not a serious person. I never said I was.
Okay.
What are you talking about? Of course I'm not serious, dude. I talk about Brie Larson's tits on the internet, my man.
Well, I mean, he did make over 280 videos on Brie Larson, but he hasn't talked about her in years, surely. Like, he wants to have his cake and eat it too. He wants to be serious, unserious jokester, man, but then he also wants to be serious political news channel. And that's why he's been trying to be an actual news channel for years with, like, the Publica and the Quartering News. But anytime you call him on one of his opinions, he's like, well, it was all just jokes. That's just a joke, clearly. This is such a cowardly position. Why don't you stand up and believe in something? You piece of shit coward.
Okay. All right. Haha. Why do you even take the time to work?
I'm not sure if this is the video. I want to see. Just real quick, if this is the one. It's the most important thing I've ever done.
You know, I think I want to start off by thanking everybody for always being so supportive of me.
Let me see. Let me just see the transcript real quick.
You all went hard when I started exclusively games, and even though that
oh no, wait, is this the coffee? Is this the coffee shill thing for the thing? All right, this might be the wrong video. Yeah, this must be the coffee one or something. But like, he literally made a video where he says this is the most important thing that I've ever done, and it was like, you have to go vote in Elon's Twitter poll because Elon is the most important thing to ever happen to the human race. And then he would call out other people like Sargon of Akkad or Bering. I think he did Dankula as well, like all the big names that kind of like he knew. And he said, like, if you don't vote in this poll, it's over. He was literally thought and implying that the fate of the Western world depended on a Twitter poll that ultimately Elon lost. And then Elon just coped and said it was, well, we use this poll to determine all the bots. It was just ridiculous. Now Twitter's just like nonsense. It's just for nothing. Now Twitter's so unimportant. He can't go away from it for like more than 3 days because he promised he would never return to the site and go cold turkey, but no, he returned.
About politics, if it's such a big joke to you and you say it's X, that's a big deal to me. It's actually the dead children. You don't seem to take that seriously.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, yeah, who couldn't think of the kids, Rex? I mean, geez, I mean, if we would just think of the kids, I mean, we could really push forward some awesome authoritarianism like you seem to like, because, you know, if we just do, you know, if we just think of the kids, you know, that's why we locked down, right, Rex? Are you a fan of those lockdowns? Because that was for the kids, right?
And pivot argument that has nothing to do with anything. No. There's a genocide going on right now. He's laughing.
It's like Jeremy's seen these arguments said by people smarter than him, and he's trying to use them, but he doesn't understand how they actually work.
The dead children. That's what you're doing right now. You're making light of it. That's disgusting. You're a disgusting being.
Yeah, I like your position here. I like how intense you are. I love this energy for a late Thursday night.
Again, trying to like big dog him, trying to show that he's like, well, this is just like an unserious little like kid who has his live stream or something. Jeremy thinks he's the most important person in the room, but that's only ever when he's by himself, which is most of the time.
People like you that are ignorant, walking us into World War III, making a joke out of the sickest thing to ever happen in modern human civilization.
You think that a school is worse than 9/11?
I think it's comparable, and I think that doesn't matter.
40,000 Americans died between the towers falling and the subsequent conflicts. You're saying the same thing about this school in Iran?
He draws this false equivalency, like those two things exist. You
said it was the worst, Rex, not me. You said that.
No, Jeremy.
Okay,
you literally said it was the worst thing that happened. And I said, was it worse than 9/11? And you said, is it comparable? People can see that, bro. I'm not saying it's okay, so you know.
180 little girls and their teachers died, burned alive. You laugh at that. You don't think they're 9/11. Hell yeah, that is their 9/11 event.
Bro, that happens every day there. I'm saying...
Oh, no, you know what? You're disgusting.
School's just blowing up every day in Iran. Is that true? I don't think so.
To me,
you think Iranian leadership hasn't killed anybody there? Are you also one of those people that believes they haven't killed any of the protesters there?
Legal war of aggression. It's our first strike on them. We started the war. We blew up that school. You laugh.
Okay, hold on. Let me clarify something here before you guys continue.
Sure. All right, we got the base black man coming in with the fact check.
Okay. The statement of this happens every day, and this is just me being purely analytical because I keep up with this, is not an accurate statement, and that is not a dig at you, but it is an inaccurate statement.
It's a lie.
The second thing is kids are in a different category than adults. And
no, they aren't. No, they aren't.
Yes, they are.
We're not murdering kids by the hundreds every single.
Like Jeremy's like upset. Like Jeremy's actually like viscerally offended by this statement. Like, so clearly he doesn't believe in women and children first. Wait, look at his face.
And
no, they aren't. No, they aren't.
He's they're not murdering kids. He's like angry. He's like angry at this idea that someone might value a child's life above that of like an 8-year-old man.
It's by the hundreds every single day.
This is like
combatant.
No, of course not. Neither is it an elderly man, dude. A life is a life, no matter how young or old.
You don't seem to care much about human life. You don't care much about that strike. You won't come out and criticize.
Like, he cares about his own life. That's why he doesn't value the life of children, because he's the only child in his life.
Criticize Trump because you know where your bread is buttered. You know
who's buttering my bread, Rex? Is Trump writing me checks? Was I at the spaceship launch the other day? Was I ever at Mar-a-Lago? Am I getting 7?
Now, I think that he was invited to this like influencer passport meet and greet, but either he didn't go because he was terrified of seeing Count Dankula there, or he was terrified of going because he just can't get on a plane.
$1,000 checks to talk about Israel? No, dude, none of this stuff is true. You're just
like, the only reason Jeremy isn't getting paid to talk about Israel, well, the only reason he isn't taking money is because they haven't offered it. Like, if they offered him, like, he shielded an Israel ad for like $18 or less.
Picking it up, it's so crazy to me.
We're going to do a little slideshow. These are all jokes. You're not a serious person. You don't know anything about politics. It's all
right.
You.
You're right. It is all. Yes. Did you think that was going to be a big own? You understand that I have
like what is the battle that Jeremy's trying to get here? He's like, yes, I'm an idiot. Yes, I'm a comedian. I mean, he's not a comedian because he's not funny, but he's just like informing everyone watching that you can't listen to his opinion and you shouldn't listen to his opinions or his takes or anything because it's all just nonsense.
100 videos about Brie Larson, right?
What does that mean? What does that have to do with anything? So you just admit
I'm not a political commentator, Rex.
So you don't know anything about
politics. Again, that's like one of the biggest lies, is that all of his content is political, at least for the last few years.
Politics. The quartering knows nothing about politics.
That's what I said?
You tell me.
Rex, obviously, I know you're trying to like strawman me into this corner where Jeremy doesn't care about kids getting blown up. Of course I do, dude.
No, you're chuckling, smiling, laughing about it. Screw you, man.
This is why your whole like fake righteousness is what's hilarious to me. Like this is crazy. Of course I care. Of course I don't want little kids blown up. Are you crazy? You find me anybody who would say online that they don't care about that. Of course it sucks.
You don't draw attention to it. You don't care about bringing the criminals, the war criminal administration to justice. You realize Trump and Hegseth are war criminals, do you not?
How old are you?
23.
Okay, and how many presidential?
That's a rough 23. Like, I feel bad. I feel bad for Rex Jones, honestly. Like, that Norwood Reaper was pretty brutal. Okay, you guys make fun of me, okay, but like this guy's 23. Okay.
Elections have you voted in?
I've been watching things since I was 8 years old.
I'm not doing the you're young thing. So I'm just asking, how many presidential elections have you voted in?
Romney 2012. I voted in 3 or 2. Excuse me. I voted in.
Right. Yeah. I think I've only voted maybe 5. So it's not like I'm 70 years old.
Oh, okay.
Well, what's the argument he's trying to do here, though? Anyway, like, how many times have you voted? Twice. Well, I've only voted 4 times. Congratulations.
Every administration has bullshit that people hate, right? People that voted for Obama didn't love all his drone strikes. People that voted for Trump in 2016 didn't like his missile strikes into Syria after he said no wars. People that voted for Trump in 2024 did not like this Iran conflict, and I don't like it either. The only reason I'm giving you the time of day is because you keep ascribing this position to me that I don't carry. I am against the war. I just think that the spurging out about it every day is really short-sighted. Every president sucks, dude. You name a president that was ever perfect. I don't know. Maybe historically there's a few.
Can I come in here and address this? I want to address the audience.
Who's your favorite president, chat? I don't know very much about presidents.
You see this political opinion he has of, hey, every administration has its problems. It kind of never gets better. It always gets worse. I
didn't say that part. I didn't say that part.
No.
I didn't say that, Rex.
Hold on. No. He'll finish, then quarter, and you can go.
You make this. You're making this claim here that every administration is bad, has problems, and that we can't really expect the change that we voted for. Am I wrong? Defend that.
No, that's a fact, dude. Welcome to the real world.
All right, you got me there. Name all of the presidents. I could. I just choose not to, obviously.
No. We're going to change that world. We're going to beat people like you that have screwed
people
up.
People saying President Clyde.
I'm not the president, man.
The World War III. You're a damn liar, a damn retard as well.
I appreciate that.
True. I mean, that is true. He appreciates it.
But the reality is, when you get older, you'll realize that every administration is full of shit. Do you think Obama provided the things that he said?
What does this have to do with anything? This is non sequitur.
Yeah, I mean, obviously racism has been cured. Thank you, Obama. He gave us all free phones, me especially, and everything turned out great. Thanks, Obama.
I'm proving my point. You said every presidential administration isn't perfect. Yeah. That's an inarguable fact. That is an inarguable fact.
Do we vote for things to get better?
Hold on. Let him finish his point.
Go ahead.
My point is that every administration, like I said, is not perfect. That isn't me defending the things that they do that are imperfect. Of course, the 2 most popular things on Trump's latest platform was, of course, Maha and Doge, and both of them.
Name a problem we could solve with racism. Well, I mean, two water fountains just means shorter lines for everybody. So there you go. It's easy as. Next question, please.
Those have basically been thrown by the wayside. Nobody's happy about that. But because I'm not spurging out about it on Twitter every day, it doesn't mean I agree with it.
Well, I think it does. That's
okay. So hold on. I'm gonna jump in here. So I have seen some of your tweets. You do jump in and start contributing to the conversation.
Is this just about my Twitter feed, guys? Have you seen any of my videos? Like literally any of them?
Held up to account of what you said. You say we can't.
Well, no.
This is where he's got them, because they know Jeremy knows that nobody watches his content. So that's like a very strong position. This is a smart move by Jeremy.
The whole.
You're talking about my Twitter account only. How about the hundreds of videos I put out talking about? No, I don't support. You go back and look at the video about last Friday. We need to talk about Donald Trump. In the first minute, I say I don't agree with this war, and yet I still have you say, "Well, you're agree with this war." No, I don't. But I don't see. I've been used to this happening with every president. That doesn't mean it's okay. I just mean it sucks, but it's the reality.
Oil prices. All right, so you know nothing about politics. You're
right.
Go, who cares? They don't control oil prices. So
Jeremy's just seething. He's like, "You're right. You're right." He's so mad about this. Like, why would he agree to go on this? I don't understand.
So you broadcast this opinion. Is this another one of your jokes?
Is it another tweet? Oh yeah, bring it up. Hard-hitting tweet by the quartering. Yeah.
Tweet is a lie. Then it's all cap.
Iran doesn't.
All right. So Polymarket said Iran announces it'll raise the price of oil to $200 a barrel. Jeremy says, "Who cares? They don't control global oil prices. This is the same if I were to announce that I'm making the price of oil $350 a barrel." I mean, that's the price he's selling his coffee for at a loss. So.
Not control global oil prices. That's a verifiable fact. What are you talking about?
Iran.
I'm sorry, Iran. Not Iran.
Of oil to $200 a barrel. Who cares? They don't control global oil prices.
They don't.
Same as if I were to announce I'm making. Okay, so okay, wait. Let me. I can. I was about to say. Let me add context here.
The price of oil right now is $112. I thought it was going to be $200 according to this tweet.
Hold on. So you can't. I'll clarify here. They don't control oil prices directly. Okay, that is an accurate statement. Indirectly, with the Strait and all of the things that are happening there, and if
they can't talk to Jeremy about the Strait. He doesn't even know where it is on the map.
And I was to say, and the potential to hit further infrastructure on the Gulf states.
Yeah,
it actually has a lot of leverage to cause trickle down effect to where it could go up to 200.
But it hasn't. It's nowhere near that. It's still 100. So my tweet aged like fine wine.
Wait, I thought the tweets are all jokes, Jeremy. Wait, which of the political tweets are real and which of them are jokes? Tell me, please.
Let me just finish. I'll let you talk, but let me say this one real thing about oil. Iran.
I'm geomaxing. Doesn't know. Like, I think this is important context. We're doing a history lesson because when he goes on Rex Jones again, because he said he agreed to a debate, then we'll have the full context of it. Okay, it's a history lesson.
Does not control the price of oil. Do you know who does? The oil companies. Do you know when they change? It's oil futures, right? You guys understand that.
Why don't you name who really sets the oil prices, Jeremy? We know who you're talking about.
The oil prices are not relative to the current supply. They are looking at world issues, right? And then artificially increasing the price whenever the hell they feel like it, even if there hasn't been a delay in the supply. So yes, Iran, the conflict itself, of course. Remember after 9/11, gas went, at the time, I think it was like $1 a gallon. It went up to $4, which nowadays is like normal. But it was an immediate impact to the oil prices.
Back in my day, you wouldn't know this, Rex, but gas was $1 a gallon.
It's a futures market. It's not actually Iran saying this is the price of oil now. It's not just futures, right? There's an actual
Gunterra gifted a sub.
Supply and demand thing that also influences the price of oil
itself. You realize that they could do one drone attack on the Saudi facility that puts out 2 million barrels a day through the Red Sea, and they could crash the global oil market.
This is just you do realize a meteor could fall from the sky and blow up I mean, what?
Come on now. Yeah. Well, the moon could crash into Australia. Good luck buying uranium then, China.
What are we doing here?
That's
okay.
I know. Nothing to do with what I just said.
I'm just. Here's what I'm doing.
Hypotheticals, Rex.
No, they're not. Okay, so the difference between probabilities, right? Let's talk probabilities.
Yeah, like hypothetically, Jeremy could sleep with his wife. It's just not going to happen, though.
Probabilities and analytics here. Okay. Probability of a meteorite hitting the United States or any of the part of the world. The probability is almost is zero.
One just hit you, Ohio, like a week ago, brother.
No, actually, a small meteorite hits the United States constantly. No, come on now, Jeremy, just stop. This is the most Reddit debate I've ever seen.
You're talking about
the hypothetical
situation,
hypothetical meteor strikes.
Well, no, look, come on, dude. I'm just pointing out. I know what you're about to say. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk over you. Go ahead.
The probability of a meteor striking the Earth is significantly lower than the probability of Iran, who's in a active conflict with their counterparts and has already been getting.
Jeremy can't debate; he loses every time. Yeah, the thing is, he wishes he was a master debater, though. Like he looks at people like Jim or anyone that was in blood sports, and he thinks that he's from that time. He like claims boldly that he was created, forged in the fires of the most ruthless time on the internet, of meme war veteran. But every time he's shown up, he just does this like pussyfoot thing where he never actually holds any position, and then he just like gaslights people and just kind of rolls over, shows his belly. It's like, oh, you're so right. Yes, you know exactly what. He just doesn't know how to deal with confrontation.
Destroyed.
Which is probably why he has to crawl up into a ball when he goes on flights, and like go into his like hoodie maxing and like rolling around on like on the floor like in a bathtub or something.
On their own infrastructure. So it's not like it's a higher probability. It's a very high probability.
After both of them, would you at least agree both are hypotheticals? You said, well, Iran could hit this. Iran could hit this. They haven't. In a month, they haven't hit it.
I got a gun with 5 empty spaces and 1 bullet in it, and I got a gun with 1,000 empty spaces and 1 bullet in it. They're both guns, but they're not the same thing.
You can't.
Well, right, but they're both hyphypotheticals. They're both not reality.
You're saying if it hasn't happened, it won't happen. You can't say that.
You can't say it because it might happen. It will happen either. Do you see how easy this is?
The war wasn't going to happen, Jeremy. Did you think the war was going to happen?
Of course I did. Are you joking?
Okay, well, there's your hypothetical right back at you.
What do you mean? Like, I really wish that you would understand that there is nuance here, that there are Trump voters out there who obviously are not happy. Let me finish. Are not happy with this Iran thing. And, I think most of them probably aren't. And that is not...
I wish they did ask him what he had for breakfast, or if he didn't have breakfast. That would be fun.
The normal reaction to that is not to say that Trump's turned on us, Trump's working for Israel, Trump's... That is an exclusively online reaction. I'm not supporting bombing Iran. I'm not supporting, especially not boots on the ground. And I think that
Iran, take their oil and move on. Pussy, you say that's a joke. I guess you're being serious.
It is a joke. That is a joke.
But you're being serious now because you got 2 dueling statements here. This is what you do. You fence it.
No, one is a joke because it's X, and X is garbage. And one is a nuanced position. Obviously, that's a joke.
You're a liar.
This is like very similar to this. There's a guy called what is it? The Everything Wrong With. And anytime you criticize his, like, you're like, roll credits, ding, say the name, ding, like that show. Like EFAP criticizes this guy quite a lot. And one of the things that he does is every time you say like, well, what do you mean by this? He's like, well, that was a joke. It's every time it's a joke. Every time he doesn't want to back up something, it's just a joke. Which ones aren't jokes? Well, Jeremy knows.
Hey, you're a liar. You're lying about this. You know you are.
No, I'm not. You're ascribing a tweet. I'm right here telling you, explaining the context, and you don't want to hear it. Because you really thought I'd come on here and be like cat turd or something, like Trump never doesn't do anything wrong. Of course Trump screws up. Who
gives a shit about cat turd?
Probably been the most disastrous.
You're worse than someone that sycophantically worships. You're just trying to do just enough to stay in the club. Like
club? What club, dude? What club, Rex?
It's the engagement.
Have I ever been invited to Mar-a-Lago? Have I ever been to the White House? Have I ever been...
By the way, if Jeremy has not been invited to Mar-a-Lago, that is actually embarrassing. Because hasn't Rekieta been invited twice, and most recently went there to get the new Trump passport along with Dankula? A Scottish man was invited, but Jeremy hasn't. I think he has been invited. He's just too pussy to go. Palmore gifted 5 subs, much appreciated.
I've never done anything that the club does. Did I get a binder at Bindergate? No, dude, I'm not those people. You think I am, but I'm not.
Okay.
Okay.
All
so
right,
let me.
I don't know what there is to debate about. It's everything you say.
I told you there's nothing to debate because you made up this fake position that I don't hold.
So it's very confusing because I haven't watched too much of your content on YouTube, but again, it is very easy for you to make.
This is a very relatable position to be in.
Make the claim, and this is just me objectively speaking, that it was a joke after the fact. So it's like
can I tag everything with parentheses joke on X.
Well, if you're just going to come out,
no. It's not just that. It's also the sensitivity around the joke, which is what he's talking about, right? So
yeah, why would Jeremy be getting so mad if these are all just silly jokes? If these didn't mean anything, why is he stepping up to defend the honor of his jokes on this podcast?
It is not like it's just a random joke that is.
What things can I make jokes about? Let me know.
No.
You burn little kids, maybe.
You can make jokes about that if you want. I don't, but you could.
Last Iran, that's a joke that involves killing little kids.
By Jeremy's own admission, he does make jokes about that, though.
What do you think about that joke you make?
I think it's funny. Yeah, I think it's funny. I don't want them to glass Iran, obviously.
Funny and hypothetical. You talk about.
And by the way, I think he does. I would say that he does. He just doesn't care. All he wants to do is get his cheap gas and play with his toys at home.
Hypotheticals, that makes you chuckle a little bit at night?
Yes, it is hilarious to me because, again, it's X, dude. I don't know where this moral indignation is coming from, righteous indignation. You think that I think that it's cool that we blew up a school?
If that's Jeremy gets... his righteous indignation when black people take M&Ms out of the supermarket. So this is such a precious thing for him to say.
It's the case. Well, you're wrong. I don't. So that's an argument, right?
Like his entire brand at the moment is getting mad at political things and making it sound like it's the biggest issue in the world.
My question for you is, if you have such a big platform, you have these positions that you hold, why are you not using it to the betterment of pushing the right narrative is my question.
This is an L take for the black guy, though. Like, it's like this idea that you have to, if you've got a big platform, you have to use it for like, what do you think is good? I don't agree with that. That's silly.
What is the right narrative exactly?
I mean, look, objectively speaking, killing innocent civilians is not a positive
it's not a funny
right?
joke.
No, I'm just saying, like, there are specific things.
It can be. All of these dark things can be funny. But Jeremy fails to make them funny, though. Like, because his tweets aren't perceived as jokes because they're just not funny.
You're saying,
like, just take their oil and glass them. Is that a joke? That's just like something he wished would happen. Like, where's the humor in that?
Hold positions on, and X is a very big platform in which a lot of people consume that content on a daily, actually more than YouTube, because the probability that somebody's going to go watch a whole one of your YouTubes over one of your tweets, it's higher on X. The higher R.
I think this is another L take. This is two L takes for the black guy. People take videos much more seriously than tweets. Like, the idea that you have more reach and the ability to change the world on Twitter is like ridiculous in my opinion. But I mean, it's also ridiculous on YouTube, though. That's the thing. People aren't really shaping minds and influencing people to the better of society on YouTube either. It's just that people already have their positions, and then they look for someone that like conforms to those or agrees with them, and like, or tells them what they already want to know, or what they already know and they want to hear being said by somebody else. Like, of course, there are a few people that do change their mind based off of evidence and arguments and things like that, but those people are definitely in the minority. Whereas most people just will never change their opinion no matter what you tell them.
ROIs on X. So my question is,
not even close, dude. Not even close. Not even close.
When I say ROI, I'm not talking about.
I know what you mean. I know what you meant, but it's not even close.
ROI in terms of people paying attention, right?
Yeah, it's not close. But go ahead.
Okay, what are your YouTube numbers compared to your X posts?
He's gonna tell us now.
Well, I mean, across all my YouTube channels, I don't know, 15, 20 million, 30 million views a month. And
wrong. Well, you just were wrong here right now. You said wrong. I watch you and disagree with 90% of the crap you say. Well, that's exactly the right position, though, because I'm not changing your opinion, which is what I said in the first place.
You want to look at number of interactions on X, but let's move to this. So if you watch my live stream, okay, I disavow this stuff every day. I'm live for 2 hours every day. I have been very openly opposed to Iran conflict. I've been very openly opposed to boots on the ground. If you're mad that I don't use the Quartering channel, which again, I talk about pop culture on that channel. If you're mad that I'm not making videos about Iran on there, well, that's not the content that channel is. I stream 2 hours every day, brother. And I talk about it every day, and I'm against it. So
I thought he wasn't political.
This is so weird. Like, we should be in agreement here, but you just want to be mad.
No, you disavow the war. You disavow boots on the ground, but at the same time, you think it's funny to laugh at the idea of glassing an entire country. You think that's a funny joke. You've admitted.
I'll be honest. I think that is funny. I'm just going to say I think that's funny. Like, it's so much nonsense. I'm tired of hearing them. Yeah, like, why don't you just glass them and let's move on with our lives? Unironically.
Do you think that's funny to chuckle about at night?
Yes, I do think that's a funny joke, because the point. Can I do it
at the same time? Laugh at it happening?
Yeah. Can I? I mean, I guess I'll explain the context of the joke, right?
That's going to make it much more funny if you explain.
The context of the joke is that we want this all to be over with, so let's get to the end. Let's get to the end of it, which is where we're going to go anyway. I didn't know I had to explain jokes. It feels like I just feel like I'm defending this position I don't actually have, and like I wish that.
But you can see him actually getting mad. Like, he's getting a headache. He's getting like a stress headache. By the way, does Alex Jones' kid have like some sort of birthmark? It looks like a bean or something. I don't know what that is. We got Falcon suck, I guess. Falcon ass suck. Falcon is, I don't know what this. With a 19 pounds, says Jeremy's the worst person to try and make any kind of joke. His streams are boring cringe slop that only appeals to hard right boomers that he panders to. Oh yeah, they're the people in the nursing homes. He never makes an opinion, just parrots whoever he's glugging that day. Well, he sees what the monetizable opinions are. And those are the things that Candace Owens or Ben Shapiro or Steven Crowder or Benny Johnson are saying, and he repeats them, but then he doesn't know why he's talking about them. So when anyone asks to defend his opinion or his position, he can't, because he just knows the right thing to say that appeals to these boomers, but he doesn't know why or believe in anything, because the only thing he really ultimately believes in is making a buck.
And look, you work a lot all day. I don't know about your co-host, but I assume he works a lot too. I don't expect you to watch my 2-hour live stream every single day, but I'm extremely vocal against this stuff. It's just that there aren't specific videos on one channel about it, but there's videos on the live stream channel. There's, we have 10,000 people a day watching on Rumble. I talk about it there. I mean, I do talk about it. It's crazy to say I don't.
Question: is it jokes that is your main brand, or are you actually a serious commentator on the things that are happening? And this is just me.
Oh, it's 100% jokes, dude.
Okay, so everything he says is just comedy, and you shouldn't take his opinion for anything.
100%. Yes. Okay. If you want to look at the closest thing to like hard politics that I talk about is on the live stream, which is on Rumble. But it's every day. It's a big part of my day to talk about politics.
So when you respond to this person who's replying to you, you're not saying, yes, it's a joke what I'm saying here about calling for the genocide, and it's not a joke about wanting to save the protesters, and you respond, glass are on, take their oil and move on, pussy. Yep. What's going on there? So that's all a joke. Your response to his
yes, that's dunking on a Panikin bot that's probably from Pakistan, dude.
Panikin.
This shit, they're saying, when they're in my mentions demanding I disavow Trump, I make fun of them. That's what I do on X. When people are it's
actually the meme of the guy with people pointing around, standing in a circle around him, pointing at him as he's pissing his pants, saying "rent free."
Freaking out.
Zoomers are on TikTok, right?
Never been in charge. And again, I'm not co-signing this. It's just the reality is that they do whatever the hell they want to do, and it sucks. Most people are about 1 centimeter from never voting again as it stands right now, because people are fatigued about this exactly. Like, no matter what happens, it's the same boss, same as the old boss. That's what it is.
No, and I get your perspective here, but objectively speaking, like, I mean, I don't know how many people are going to find these jokes funny, for one,
or
but two,
that it's a joke.
but like, or
That's
no,
okay. Dude.
Or plus push the right thing that actually moves the needle in the right direction.
You keep saying the right thing. What you really mean, dude, is things that I agree with, right?
Okay, I get where you're going with that. You're saying
that's just an objective fact. You keep saying you're not saying the right thing. You're not pushing the right narrative. It's just I'm not saying what you want me to say.
No. Okay, there is objective things here.
Yeah,
if you're talking about, hold on. If I look at the tweet, it's talking about genocide. Okay.
Yeah.
Genocide is not okay in any context.
Did I say it was?
I disagree with this. I think that there definitely can be acceptable genocides. For example, getting rid of all the mosquitoes. I mean, not the ones that just like, some mosquitoes specifically suck blood, and some others don't actually do that, and they just like fertilize flowers and shit. But like genociding all the mosquitoes, I'd be totally okay with that. Like if there's a group of parasites, specifically insects, that we can genocide, I'm for it. Okay. And like hypothetically, if there was like an alien race that was attacking the Earth, and it was us or them, we could genocide them. Like the idea of saying that genocide is bad is like a very it's not a very honest opinion in my opinion.
No, I know, but the joke is
we could genocide all the ticks, like nobody would give a shit. I'm pretty sure the environment wouldn't even be that affected. People are like, oh no, you kill the mosquitoes, then all the birds are gonna die. No, we just get the mosquitoes that specifically target humans. We don't have to get all the mosquitoes.
Basically giving room for it to be like okay in people's
where
minds.
is it clear that it's a joke? You personally insult the man, you call him a pussy, you talk about glass in the country.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
It's a joke to you in your mind, not to other people. To other people, they take this as a serious political statement because that's where there is. Nowhere in here does it say, hey, this is a joke, ha ha ha. This is a serious political statement that you then have to come out and say, oh no.
Also kill all pigeons. Hey, look, pigeons are fine. They're just unemployed, okay? When the world wars ended and the pigeon unemployment skyrocketed, they lost their purpose. You give them a job and they'll be fine.
It's a joke. It's a joke. You realize that's disingenuous, right?
No, it's a joke because it always was a joke. Just because you didn't think it was funny doesn't mean it wasn't a joke. There's people that make 9/11 jokes, right? People that make jokes at Erica Kirk's expense. A lot of conservatives were upset about that, but it was still a joke, right?
No,
you're a liar.
Hold on, let me. Okay, let me agree on this. Okay, let me. We know.
No, man, you're so mad, dude. Relax. It's okay.
That's all I got.
Let me
shout out Keno Casino.
I knew you'd find. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Yeah. Real highbrow debate.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me clarify something about this. I agree with your statement on jokes. Comedy is one of those things, freedom of speech. I mean, yes. Fuentes says some wild things. I laugh from time to time. It is what it is, right?
You can hardly ever tell if he's being serious.
No, I know. But sometimes
I think Fuentes is serious all the time about his love for cat boys and troons and shit.
Right at you, bud. But we know about you.
What do you know? What do you know?
You're a liar. We know you're lying about joking about politics. These are serious political statements you make. You go, I'm a magic fairy with the magic wand. I get to say it's a joke. No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I'm the one that said it, bro. I like your co-host a lot. He's really level-headed. He's doing a great job. I think
he loves the black people. He's got loads of black friends.
that you're just really, really emotional right now, and I don't understand why you're so mad.
And that's damn.
No, so quartering. Here's the thing.
You
right?
call me Jeremy. That's yeah. That's right.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
I get where you're going with the statement. But it is also very convenient of you in certain aspects to say it is a joke when there could have been nuances where you were being serious about certain things. And that's just me giving my opinion, right? Because I know Fuentes, right? I see Fuentes. He says certain things. I've seen, clips here and there of your content, and there are serious positions that you do take where you do mean what you say.
That's the exception, not the rule. But yeah, it's more
everyone, and so you can understand. So then you can understand why
my viewers know Rex. People that watch me I hear you, dude. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I have when Rex interrupts and then says something crazy, I have to respond to it. Like,
can I skip this retarded argument? If I skip the retarded arguments, there'd be no stream. Okay, let's be honest here.
I'm just saying, my viewers. If you look at every video I've ever made, there's not a single one of them where people are like, I don't get what he's meaning. Everybody understands where I'm at. And I guess being on the outside to be, I don't mean to be a dick. What was your name again? Sorry. Tim?
Yeah.
Tim. I'll tell you what, though. It is getting late for me. It's almost midnight. So we'll do a 2-minute poll. If the chat really wants to end this segment and move on to the Rekieta stuff, I'll consider it. But it has to be a legally binding poll. Okay, you need to have 60% of the vote or more. I'll put that up, though.
It's fair to say, yeah, people can look at your tweet and be like, dude, what the hell? Like, I get that. But like, you cannot ascribe intent to me because I'm the one that wrote it. We're not arguing over like a third party that wrote a tweet. It's
like, this is a ridiculous thing that he's saying, though. It's like, but how do we know what's real and what's not? Well, I know. But you can't trust Jeremy because he's not a reliable narrator.
My whole X personality is basically, none of this shit matters because it doesn't. People can spurg all day online on X. It doesn't change anything. And that's why most of the times I'll like quote tweet somebody with something over the top and hyperbolic. It's because it's like, calm down, dude. Like, it's okay.
All you do is say, I have immunity from everything I say because it's a joke. I guess the discussion with you. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
No, here's the thing. I know we're going to try to leave on that.
Impasse.
I know you're at an impasse, but I'm seeing both perspectives.
It's like 80%. People want this to end. 80%. This is wildly unpopular. We've lost like 100 people since this has been going on
here. And this is the point. This is the point of the gray area, right? So this isn't something to be like, hey, Jeremy, after this, fuck you, we hate you. No, I mean,
I'm not upset about it at all, dude. Like, it's totally fine. I think this was fun. This was fun for me. Like, it was good to actually talk about it rather than snipe back and forth on X.
I would like us to actually do something where maybe we do a more serious conversation instead of something where we're like attacking, and I actually get to hear your perspectives and your positions. Okay, because
I'm happy to.
I'm not a person.
I'm too dumb to use the kick polls. Like, I have to use like /poll or something, and it never works for me.
Who's going to sit there and convict somebody before I really truly know what they actually believe in. And comedy is one of those things that is tricky.
Well, apparently he's a.
But I do want to take a quick 1-minute break though. So I'll give the poll. You got 30 seconds. The poll has 30 seconds. It's a resounding skip to the next segment vote.
Comedian now. I didn't know this about you. Apparently you're the big comedian.
I am, yeah. I'm gonna start touring with Dave Smith, and then I'm gonna spurg about Israel every day and call myself a comedian.
I think.
What's that?
Why didn't you want to debate him?
He would kill me. Are you joking? Like, he spends his whole life obsessed with Israel. What am I going to debate him on? Like, that's a lifetime of research. Why would I debate?
Hey, look, if you let your bees fly in the kick chat, maybe we'll see.
Why would if he wants to debate me on Marvel movies, I'm happy to.
Do you think that there is undue foreign influence in our government?
Of course, yes, and I've said that a million times, dude.
Yeah,
right. Asking questions.
If he's saying,
all right. I think the chat has spoken. It's like basically 80% want to skip to the next segment. I think we're going to call it there. We're going to stop the steal. Oops, we getting disconnected? Maybe there's just too many bees. The bees are overloading my computer. All right. I'll be back in like 1 minute, chat. Okay, get a glass of water, go to the bathroom, then we'll get to the Rekieta segment, and we'll play the ball. Should we play the Baldo song? That might be appropriate, right? All right, we'll put up the be right back banner. Okay, be right back, and then we'll go on to the cat segment, or the Baldo segment, which is the cat segment. Where is that song? I can't find it. Should be right about. Do I not have it anymore? Surely not. Surely not. There it is.
It's almost 11, and there's still no stream. And Baldo ain't streaming tonight. It's almost 11, and there's still no stream. And Baldo ain't streaming tonight. It's 1 minute past 11, and there's still no stream. And Baldo ain't streaming tonight. It's 1 minute past 11, and there's still no stream. And Baldo ain't streaming tonight. It's already 11, and there's still no stream. And Baldo ain't streaming tonight. It's no longer 11, and there's still no stream. And Baldo ain't streaming tonight.
All right, we're back, and the ceiling cats have been activated. It's been a while, but here it is. You've got your Rekieta segment, and surprise, surprise, everything's going poorly. And I mean, it's about what you'd expect. Yes, people love the ceiling cats. They haven't seen them in a little while. All right, we got this to start off this segment. We've got a brief little statement by Ethan Van Sciver. A bit of a surprise to hear from him. Let's see what he has to say on his, I guess this is his stream. He does a stream apparently.
By the way, I had to tell Nick Rekieta to stop being like, you know what, like.
That was blurred out by Alyssa, I believe, but he was saying he had to tell Nick Rekieta he had to stop being a faggot, which is true. This is like, look, I've been very critical of Ethan Van Sciver, but a broken clock is right twice a day.
He's sending me super chats where he's like, "Hey, pie slut." I'm like, "Listen,
What?
Nick, like,
yeah, wow.
yeah, like that."
He's trying to make it sound like you're into the stuff that he's into.
Yeah, I'm not into that stuff, and I had to be like,
now, if you could be a bisexual, I think Ethan Van Sciver would be the man to champion that sexuality because he's fat.
Don't like. I'm not gonna even respond to that. That's weird, man. Don't call another man a slut. Could you please?
Yeah,
like, it's,
I mean, when Ethan's right, he's right. You shouldn't be calling other men sluts. Although I guess most of the men that he encounters are sluts. But it is what it is.
What is up with that, man?
it made me really uncomfortable. I had to tell him to stop it. And I don't want to tell Nick to stop doing stuff, but it's like he's getting icky and like perverted and like well, he's always been. But I mean,
so Rekieta is now so icky and perverted. He's giving men the ick. Imagine that. And like, not only is he giving men the ick, specifically, he's giving men that lick urinals the ick. So like the urinal licker and the throat goat who like goggles sausages behind Wendy's garbage dumpsters is saying that like Nick is just a little bit too much for him.
With us, like icky and perverted, it's like stop that shit. Yeah. Now nobody likes that. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'll go ahead and keep calling me that. No. I will cut you off. I will seriously. I will block you.
All right. So there's your brief one. What is this? Kidnapped 35. Jesus, that's quite a lot. It's not me, by the way. I'm not Japan's most disturbing serial killer. All right. So going into some legal spoilers, I guess. We've got a post here from Third World Aristocrat. It says, according to Rekieta's PR team member Moody, Kayla got a continuance on to August 24th. Both lawyers said they wanted to, she wanted to represent her, refused because they were afraid of being harassed. So basically what this means is everybody's heard about what a dog shit client the Rekietas are, and now they can't find someone to represent themselves. It's unfortunate they don't have a lawyer in the family or somewhere, right? Not because they're unwilling to accept the Rekietas ghostwriting for them or follow their sovereign citizen reading of the law. Interesting stuff. All right. Now, Sneed Force One posts on the farm saying, Nick gets humiliated yet again. In the matter of Aaron Imholte, petitioner versus Nicholas Robert Rekieta, order amending briefing deadlines and denying respondents' motion to dismiss. Respondents' motion to dismiss is denied. Petitioner's late filed brief is accepted for the reasons set out in this letter. Another masterclass in legal analysis from the internet's most confidently incorrect, not a lawyer. Now, we've got a big old document here that I probably won't bother to read, but there are some amusing little snippets. Let's see what this one is. The court is so sick of Nick. So you have to wait for the entirety. What is this? Okay, I'll just read the excerpt. It says, let's see, potential exhibits were inadmissible unless the court received the whole video. For example, respondent argued that it was not enough for the court to review respondents, another respondent of the separate but related petition for an HRO, another male and a male in an apparent luchador-style wrestling mask with an apparent handheld Muppet making jokes together about a photo of petitioner. So they're talking about, basically, Nick wanted them to watch 3 days worth of Hackamania for the rule of completeness. And it's like, no, Judge, you have to watch the whole of Hackamania. Yeah, I can't read. I mean, I'm having a brain fart moment because we went through the Jeremy segment and now it's like pretty late and I'm getting sleepy. But I'm going to try and do my best. This is Hackamania is held yearly. Respondents' counsel contended at the time that the court needed to review the entire puppet show of these exhibits as the information beyond was necessary to understand their position. Now, we'll go over to Scarecrow. Scarecrow's got some good breakdowns of this. He's got kind of the good shit. We'll take this out. Breaking Baldo news alert. Legally a cuck. Rick Rekieta has been cucked again. The judge has denied Nick's motion to dismiss the HRO for failure to substantiate the HRO. A real quick highlight of Nick's seething reaction and a summary, and he may post some extras. Now we'll go to this one, which says, it's literally comedy at this point. Nick just doesn't get it. He just doesn't understand. How could it be that the judge would deny him his legal right? He's an expert. He knows everything. Scarebrow's a trooper. Scarebrow has been doing, he's been holding down the fort for a long time when I kind of lost interest for a while and I kind of got back into it recently. So a breakdown is the judge chastises Nick for submitting literal hours worth of unnecessary video evidence from Hackamania. Noted how fucking weird the dabblers are, specifically Tukey, bringing a Muppet to talk for him in the footage. Calls Nick out for clearly trying to harass and embarrass Aaron's lawyer. Shames Nick for his outburst during trial. Mocks Nick's poor understanding of the First Amendment. Oh my goodness, it's like he's not even American. Informs Nick that the trial's taking so long in his fault. It's his fault, I guess it means to say. And to stop pretending it isn't. He tells Nick that going to Hackamania, an event currently being used as evidence against him in this trial, is a very bad look. And he sarcastically brings up how famous and in demand Nick claims he is, and that even he should have time to prepare for his hearing. He even called Nick out for doodling during the hearing. It's perfect. Every detail is accounted for. Now, there's another detail here, I think, but I've got to be careful about scrolling on Twitter. We got Jimmy Touchdown 88 with a 10 says, Rekieta is broke. He spent $20,000 to $30,000 on criminal lawyer, $20,000 on HRO for steel toe lawyer, and approaching $100,000 on disciplinary counsel. Kayla can't find an attorney because the Rekietas can't pay. Some people are saying that Celeste checks have bounced or something. Now, Scarebrow goes on to say, the judge in the HRO of Aaron versus Rekieta calls out Nick's combative nature with Aaron's lawyer. The judge corroborates Nick's loud screeching about the HRO statutes, which Nick initially denied. That's right. He said that he was a perfectly reasonable, calm, cool under the collar, but Aaron was saying that he was yelling faggot and thing in court and things like that. The judge also indicates that Nick was close to being held in contempt of court. The judge also low-key mocks Nick's self-reported claim of being pretty good at First Amendment. All right, let's have a look at this. Court sets the matter for the continued in-person evidentiary hearing on June 5th, 2026. As the parties were leaving the hearing, respondent loudly elected to attempt to educate Mr. Johnson's petitioner's law attorney on harassment statute. That was when he was like, what did you say? And he tricked Nick into basically screaming at him, which was very funny, I thought. Additional exhibits and the denial of motion to dismiss. At several points in respondent's testimony, he became argumentative, especially with Mr. Johnson. The court eventually had to call a recess to ensure that respondent was able to conduct himself in a manner that avoided a need to find him in contempt. They're using the kitty gloves on this. Like, they just need to teach him a lesson. Just take him out back and slap around a bit. Respondent was able to complete his testimony and was allowed significant latitude to explain his knowledge of and viewpoint on the facts in the case and their relationship with the First Amendment. Respondent indicated several times during his case that he believes he understands the law very clearly. Maybe he should do his continuing learning credits and see if he can actually find out if there's been some changes. Who knows? And certainly better than the petitioner and his counsel. On these issues, Mr. Lewis, to his credit, has had no issues with appropriately advocating for his client's legal and factual position in this case. What is this one? I think this one's like referenced later, so I'm going to go to that part a bit later on. The judge in the HRO. Wait, did I read this part before? Oh, no, wait, this is the part that I wanted to show, just this part. So the Spectre report responded saying, if I'm reading this correctly, Nick asked to have the filing fee for his motion waived. Oh, no. Informer poor fagius? Now, this would be, you'd be quite familiar with informal papyrus if you follow any of the Russell Greer stuff. But attached to the filings was a letter seeking a filing fee waiver. Respondent's affidavit in support of motion dismissed, doc number 59, and memorandum of law, doc 60. In total, respondent's filings seeking dismissal are as long as petitioner's principal brief. He's broke. It's a brokey alert, chat. Say it ain't so. Now, some of the people in the Dabbleverse are getting very upset about this. And, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to call these people dabblers or anything, or I don't know if they actually are or not. But I assume that these are mostly Dabbleverse adjacent people as they're responding to the pretty antisocial podcast. Maybe this proves that Rekieta isn't that great lawyer everyone's including himself he claims to be. Look at the amount of times the court called out Rekieta for basically being a dick. Nick is actively trying to lose. It doesn't matter how strong your case is when the judge thinks you're a bad person. Well, this is the thing, is that judges are people. And if you act like a knob, they're less inclined to be, well, beneficial to your case. You got this guy saying, it seems like acting like a malicious tard in front of the judge does not play well for your defense, huh? Who would have imagined? Now, I think this was, hold on, whose posts were these? These were from Autistic Rights posts. These are screen capped. Let's see. What a read. The court is not happy with this faggy skeleton and his homosexual antics. The court notices that Skelly and his fat pedophile Master Melton values pedomania above a resolution. Respondent sought to cancel the April 13th hearing so that he could attend Hackamania with Mr. Melton, who also sought a continuance. Petitioner objected, noting that Hackamania was a source of the alleged harassing conduct. That was the partial basis for the petition. The court preliminarily denied the continuance request, noting that the information had been presented to the court for several months by respondent's own court case. I hope they chase up this totally illegitimate doctor's note. Yes, the doctor's note is still very suspicious. And I hope that retards who assisted that fat nonce gets in trouble. Dr. Stephen Bumraker, his name's literally Bumraker. Well, not really, but you know, was it Baumrocker? I'm going to say it's Bumraper. You earn $50,000 a year, yet you feel the need to impress a bunch of retards that couldn't abide by the most basic ethical standards? Mr. Melton did not, after a last-minute doctor note was filed, appear for his hearing. Oh, no, he's felt it. His back is broken. Let's see. The court called a recess, so the Skelly could not be held in court. We read that one already. Let me see which one. This one. Wait, click that one twice. That's fine. Let's see. What is this? Citation needed. His client's status as a public figure regularly sought after for legal commentary. Like, who's actually going out and asking for Nick's opinion on court cases? He's just completely, what's the word? Acquiesced entirely to Andrea Burkhart, who's actually got real legal filings and real legal cases. Does he not know that the more you pay, the more you get? If you pay $3,000 to file the document, it becomes more convincing. Attached to the filings was a letter seeking for a waiver. We read that one as well already. All right. I think we read most of these now. Pretty entertaining, though. I think I just don't want to make sure I don't miss anything. Yep. Now, here's a bit of a funny one. This is a bit of a non sequitur, but we have here Brian Lewis. Unfortunately, I cannot accept ethically any new or returning clients in my practice area for the time being. Well, why would that be? Why would that be, Mr. Brian Lewis? For those wondering, he is most likely involved in a professional responsibility ethics investigation and voluntarily surrendered his license to practice law in lieu of formal discipline, or he is exercising strict compliance with an ethical rule due to a professional conflict of his interest. His words, unfortunately, I cannot ethically accept any new returning clients, clearly illustrate this reason. Interesting. Now, why would Francis White's employee and co-counsel Brian Lewis get in trouble with Minnesota? Who knows? That's just a bit of a funny one. Now, moving into some less serious stuff to wind down the evening for tonight. Nothing says 22 years of commitment like taking our wife to the same tattoo guy you took your mistress to 2 years ago when the marriage was failing. Not only that, but a tattoo of a loon in the same place your mistress got tattooed, which you also paid for. So what's happened is, it's our tattoo. Now, maybe the chat can educate me on this. Why did she get a loon tattoo? So this is from when 2 years ago, apparently. I remember this like it was just yesterday. The 3 wolves howling at the moon tattoo that April got. So this is the same tattoo. This is the tattoo bull. And apparently he won an award for best color and best thing. But look at that face. This is like a hide the pain face. What is she doing? Why get a tattoo of a loon as well? They're Canadian? I don't know. Is it because she's crazy? I mean, that's like the on the nose sort of opinion, right? Who knows? They're furries? No, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm a bird enjoyer. That's the thing, is I love my birds. They go hard in your 30s, mate. Those bird watching and shit. But loons are like, I don't know, what's the significance of this? Is this like the Sakura he got tattooed on his womb or something? Because he loves anime? I don't know. We got one clip here from Alyssa. This is Rekieta, Kayla's new tattoo, bringing on Sargon and conspiracy clarification. I guess this is about the Tyler Robinson thing. Apparently, Nick got a very unpopular opinion recently. He lost like another 1,000 subscribers because he's not like indulging in the conspiracy theory. Or maybe he's for it. I don't know. I guess this is the exploding lapel thing or something.
Big shout out to the
Jesus. What the fuck is wrong with this audio?
Rumblers. Big shout out to the YouTube audience.
What's up with the audio? Is that like Alyssa's thing? What the fuck? Is this the original stream? I gotta go and check it. I gotta go check this. Audio sounds fine there.
Story.
Did he do like a rumble switch or something?
Maybe he just never.
The audio sounds fine there. Maybe it's Alyssa's recording. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably fine. Apparently, loons are. Where was this? Loons are Minnesota incarnate. It's their state bird and the biggest representation of Minnesota apart from the lake. Wouldn't you choose a? I mean, sure, but wouldn't you get a cool bird or something?
Tell your friends, tell your family, don't tell your pastor, or they'll turn you in for using cocaine. No, I'm just kidding. I think that was me. That wasn't you guys.
Maybe it's her recording. I don't know if it was Nick or I assume it wasn't Alyssa. She's usually very good with her recording.
All right. Okay. Hot mic? Really?
Okay, so it was Nick. It was Nick. See, I knew to trust Alyssa. I knew she couldn't do me wrong. Even his audio has had enough.
Does it? Wait, is it like super loud for you guys? I don't know.
He's got a Peking mic on his stream and a Peking duck on his wife. I mean, it's alone, but same thing.
I'll turn this down. This is a little high. What is going down?
Nick has a lot of advice for a new, like he knows all of the good tricks for getting a live stream to work correctly. I know my camera's like suffering every stream sending me to the Shadow Realm, but I mean, come on, you got to figure it out after 5. How many years has he been streaming now? 7 years?
Be peaking. That shouldn't be happening. So I'm you know what? Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Hopefully.
All right, there we go. Thank fuck.
Just a minute. I brought my computer with me while traveling. Tad low. Well, that's fine. We can
go to a LAN party or something.
Can work that up. We can fix a tad low. Lady Rackets and I. It was our 22nd anniversary, 22nd year.
Just checking to see if this is on 1.25 speed.
Of being married together to each other or whatever. 2 days ago, the 24th. So
can you really call it 22 years of marriage if you weren't faithful for it? Like, isn't that the entire thing? Like, anyone could just say they're married, but you actually have to, you know, follow the bonds of marriage, which I don't think includes like a half a dozen Jamaican men. We got Jimmy touchdown. Forget Rekieta. Oh, forget Rekieta spent $30,000 on the CPS. Did he actually spend that as well? I mean, I imagine he's just like, it's all just free money from his oil parents or whatever.
We took a little time, had some time with us, you know, just some good QT with a cutie, as I like to call it.
Are the cuties in the room with us now, Mr. Rekieta?
And it's wild to think that my marriage can drink, but I can't. No, we did. It's pure degeneracy. Of course, we went to a tattoo convention.
How many guys do you think ran through our wife this weekend? You go to a tattoo convention. Those are... Look, you think that degeneracy happens at the anime convention? Imagine what happens at the tattoo convention.
I did not get new ink. I had an idea that I thought I wanted to do, and then like as it got down to it, it was like I wasn't sure about it. And you don't want to put permanent ink on yourself if you're not sure about it. So
now, guys, you don't want to get a tattoo of anything you might regret. He tattooed fucking Sakura on his womb. He's got his little snake, no step on snake on his shoulder. I will be us. All of those like cringe shit. It's like, you don't want to put anything crazy. Like, I'm just going to get a fucking loon on my wife. That makes sense. That seems about fit for her.
I didn't actually get anything. Lady Raggets, however, did. She got a new tattoo, which is really cool.
All right, tattoo check. By the way, like, did she steal these pants from some like teenager from like 20 years ago? I don't know. What do you rate the tattoo, chat, out of 1 to 10? 1 to 10. 1 being the lowest. It's just like nonsense. It's just like nonsense. You're 40 years old, woman. She looks so unhappy too. She's like, will this make Nick love me again? Will you stop talking about April when we make love? I'm not going to have to put on the April mask tonight, am I, Nick?
It won 2 awards, like which she didn't really do much of anything for, except for whine about how much it hurt.
just shitting on his wife too. She's that pussy ass bitch. I took her to a tattoo convention and she couldn't complain. Like, yeah, she didn't win the awards are for the tattoo artist, obviously.
But it won the best.
Got N Pulse with a pack it up. Says gonna catch the VOD later. Have a nice day. Much appreciated, my man.
Medium color tattoo and the best tattoo of the day.
I'm gonna avoid making the joke about the colors.
So very cool. That was a lot of fun to see. We worked with a really great artist that we've known for a couple years and stuff, and it was good. Good times.
Makes you remember back at the good old days, eh?
This isn't super important. I'm just kind of you were hoping for hedonism too again. Me too. But I'll tell you, like,
nothing says 22 years of marriage like going to Jamaica on wife swap weekend.
So you can't really go there without being able to drink.
Why not?
You just
he left out a word there. You can't go there without being able to drink cum, I think is what he meant to say.
Diamonds and Henna says, oh yeah, true. It's weird if you don't drink at hedonism. Yeah, I mean, yes, it is. I mean, I know some people do it or whatever, but like, I don't mind being, again, when it's an appropriate place and there's consent all around and like clear rules and everything. I don't mind being naked. I like it just fine. Doesn't bother me. You know, it's not something like I seek out and crave, but I'm good with it. But that doesn't mean that it is.
It is though. Like he talked at length about seeking out being naked in the bathroom with Kayla and April, and Aaron was too cowardly to take off his panties or something. Like Sean Sandry, sandwiches with a 5 memberships. Thank you very much.
I mean, it's still a little nerve-wracking at first, and a little liquid lubrication, kind of makes that not as big of a deal. But who cares? So that's not on my agenda for a while, if ever. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever go back or not. It kind of depends. Like right now, I try not to think about like, because you can't do this. You can't do that. You can't be like, I'm waiting for my probation to end. To do like you won't survive if you are waiting. You have to change your mind completely. It's just
like, it's so silly how he pretends he's like been sober all this time. It's like, well, did he not drink any alcohol? Maybe. And now personally, I don't think that's true. However, like he's got all this like state mandated ketamine. He's got a card for weed. And he's like, well, I've been sober as a judge all this time. Oh, I just can't make it. Like I just can't go back to Jamaica.
Personal advice to everybody else who's a criminal. You have to change your mind, and you have to say, I'm just done. I have to be done with drugs and drinking. If I ever do them in the future, I like drinking, not to be clear, drinking, not drugs. If I ever drink in the future, like I'll deal with it at that point. But like right now, I can't think, oh, I'm just waiting to get done. That's how people get tripped up. That's how, you're focused on.
Now, this man has actually missed some drug tests, and there's some like theories about that. It's possible that he pissed hot on one of these tests, and then he said, no, it was one of my allowed drugs or something. But it's unknown. I think that he has been doing these substances, obviously recreationally. I think he's even alluded to that as well, like talking about saving them up and then doing them all at once or something. But I just don't know. I don't want to say anything I can't confirm.
On the wrong thing. And I mean, there are times when it would be nice to drink or whatever, because like everybody else is doing it, etc. You're in like a lots of charity fundraisers, for example, have open bars because they want people to loosen up and give. So it's like, it would be nice in those circumstances to be able to drink along with everybody else. But other than that, like I'm not sitting here craving liquor or fiending about it. And so one of the big changes I made, which is, in my opinion, it's one of the hardest changes, or the hardest thing about like these sudden changes, is you have to just kind of change your mindset. And that means that if there was an activity you did while you were not sober associated with non-sobriety, like going out to clubs or going to certain places or resorts or whatever, you have to cut those out. Those have to go, or you're going to torture yourself because you're going to.
Do you remember when he used to paint models? Like he was trying to do like model painting and shit with like Saga of a Card. And I think Heel versus Babyface as and thing. Like he just threw away all of these hobbies because that's like nerd shit now. And he's like, well, now I just have to do tattoos and ketamine. Why don't you just do something like that? Just paint all your damn models, man.
You'd like feel that psychological association. So, hopefully none of you ever have to deal with that. Like, because
clapping seals.
Personally, jewels. I believe that the most effective way to sobriety in a meaningful way is by personal choice.
I saw you finally got to the Yamato, Sean. I'm very, very happy to see you finally got to that.
Someone says, I want to get this out of my life.
Glory to Nippon.
And I encourage people who want to do that to do that, take those steps. I think that's great. Forced sobriety can be effective, but it's hard to.
Has Nick reached his Muppet maxing arc yet? I'm not sure exactly what you mean. He kind of looks like a Muppet. And he certainly had a man's hand up his ass before, so I guess.
Hey, if it's like genuine, because you don't know. Like I'm under rules. I can't do this. Like I cannot drink. I will go to prison for 2 years if I am drinking. So I can't do it, right? So for me, that's not like a choice. I didn't go, man, I need to reform myself. Someone said, you're done for now. And if you fuck it up, it's really bad. So you just don't do it. But I have no idea how I'm going to feel at the end.
Sean Sandwich Sundry with the 5 says, stopped all his hobbies quicker than his obligation to the 5K local gift. Like, why doesn't he just do that? Like, that could unironically be like a nice little hobby for him, is finishing this 5K local gift. Now, I still believe that this is just going to be like some shitty coasters that he's going to try and laser print. But I hope his office is well ventilated, because like you run those laser printers or cutters or whatever they're called, and like in the basement, it's not great for you, right? With the fumes and shit.
Of it. So I don't want to think about it though. Like I don't focus on it, but that means that certain places, like a place like Eden, I can't go to that. I can't go to that. There's liquor everywhere. Everything has liquor in it. The pool is rum. I'm joking. It's not rum. It's mostly black people sweat.
Is that what he can't drink that either anymore?
And bleach. Those two things.
Black people do bathe in bleach, though. I've seen My Strange Addiction.
But anyway, no. It's all in good fun. We're having fun. People speak.
I think that's my favorite phrase that he said since I Like Me. We're having fun. Sounds like he's taken the year of sobriety quite well. He's doing just okay.
At different language levels, right? Depending on your education, your upbringing, your surroundings, your employment, all of those things. I speak at a weird place because I combine a lot of meme language and slang, like I'm a Zennial or a Zoomer or whatever.
To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Nick Rekieta and his humor. Okay, you basically need like a degree in meme astrology and also esoteric meme magic to decode the things that he's saying. Spoiler alert, everything decodes to I miss Aaron. I need my boyfriend back.
And I combine that with some legal terminology from time to time. And then, postgraduate speech on some subjects that I know really well.
Bro.
Typically like English or whatever. But like, so I
come on now. Like he is just saying you have to have a high IQ to understand what he's saying. Like I'm talking in like my postgraduate lexicon. That's another word for dictionary, and it's like a big list of words. So you guys wouldn't understand this. I'm kind of giving you this secret information right now. Like if you don't have an English degree like me, then you probably wouldn't understand it. I mean, it's very, very serious stuff, and also it's very funny stuff because we're just having fun here, right?
This weird mix, but because of what I do. And a lot of times if you're a civil lawyer, depending on like, I did everything, which really meant I did anything. I call it.
And everyone, including the men. But not just the men. No, I won't say that.
Paycheck law, because as a solo practitioner in a small town, you just kind of take what walks in the door and you run with it as best you can. Or if you can't, that's fine. But so you kind of get a diverse spectrum of things, but I wasn't really practicing long enough to really focus down and specialize while practicing. I found that I'm a good legal translator, and I can help people understand things.
Not according to the judge in your case versus Mr. Aaron. Oh, I mean, that's Kayla's case, obviously, not yours.
And I'm a good legal, observer, and I'm a slightly above garbage legal commentator and stuff like that. So that's what I like to do. I get more enjoyment out of it. I don't have to worry about ruining someone's life if you make a mistake, and that's all good.
Yeah, just his life, his wife, his children's lives, and several other adjacent individuals' lives. Yeah, that's the only people whose lives have to watch out.
I need to. You're right. I've completely forgot to. For some reason, my Wi-Fi wasn't working in my bedroom today. So thank you.
I thought he said his wife wasn't working in his bedroom today for his 22nd anniversary. His Wi-Fi. Sorry, it's an easy mistake to make.
Reminding me to spool up locals real quick. I'm gonna get that set up, and then we'll get started once I get locals up and running. Good Lord. Groomer of women. Speaking of that, is
this some Devilverse shit? I don't know.
Grooming women. I don't know what's going on with either.
Speaking of grooming women, Nick did say that if you want to have sex with a chick, just give her cocaine. His children did test positive for cocaine. Funny that.
Ralph and Scarlett right now. I don't know that any of you guys care about this.
Oh yeah, what the fuck's going on with Ralph and Scarlett? They're like, is it fake or is it real? Like, did he like beat the shit out of her today or something? Apparently that happened today.
And you probably shouldn't. I think that's the most healthy thing. But I don't know what's going on with them. What I do know is something's going on, like always. I don't understand their relationship. It seems to be a mess. It seems
they're both fucked up and they're going to be fucked up forever. That's all you need to understand.
Be a mess.
And then just don't associate with them, right?
But yeah. So The only reason I bring that up is because people may think that I know something about that. I do not. I do not. I've not been talking to either of them at all. There's no like, that's kind of, yeah, there's no purpose in it. And I wish them the very best. And by that, I mean, I hope they live through all of it. All right. Let me just write this up. I am currently alive. No.
This is the show.
$20. Mazel tov to you and Lady Rackets. Kind of envious because my 3 marriages combined didn't make it to 10 years. Well, look.
Your average Nick Rekieta supporter, sir. I've also fucked up my life and my wife. Congratulations. Take money.
Choice. It's a choice. Things don't always go right. Things can go catastrophically wrong. Feelings can get hurt. Life can change dramatically. And at every step and every juncture, you have the option. And the other person does too. That's what kind of complicates things. Unless you're strong, man. No, I'm just kidding. You have the option to accept it or not, to keep going or not. And the other person does too. Some people keep making those choices and other people don't. And I'm not here to judge anybody's reasoning, you know?
Wow, you can do shit or don't do shit. Thank you very much.
Like,
to be fair, you have to have a pretty high IQ to understand what he just said.
Life is for us to live in the way that we choose. And it's, it's not always the easiest decision. It's not always.
Yeah, like you could just say you can do anything you want to do. It's totally up to you.
It's the clearest and most obvious decision.
It's more fun too.
And, if you choose wrong, it's only wrong forever. So, so it's tough. And both choices, staying married, not staying married, they have serious implications on what you do for the rest of your life and how that goes. And it's all like we're all rolling dice here, right? But
wait, so he's getting these. What are these jewel things? I still don't quite understand what they are. I think they're is this like 67 cents?
My personal philosophy is try and find someone you enjoy the adventure of life with, you like spending time with. And she and I have pretty consistently liked spending time with each other for 22 years. There have been some moments. There have been some periods.
There have been some moments where my wife was, like some men were balls deep in my wife. But apart from that, I still held her hand during all of those times. Okay. I'm not sure that's exactly where I'd want to be. I think that's when it's over. It's just finished. Wait, is this 2 joules? Or is it 100 joules? I don't understand. Thank you.
Is that we're a little longer than
potentially 2 cents.
Kind of rough. It happens.
It's a bit rough. It's a bit rough. How's your day going, buddy? Well, Aaron did come inside my wife again. It's been rough. I'm having a rough day. It should have been me. He should have came inside me instead. It didn't happen. My boyfriend, he's gone.
But you just
the jewels are on YouTube Live. All the jewels are on YouTube. I understand, yes.
For us, it's like the good outweighs the bad. Even the times when it seemed like it really wouldn't, it did. The good always outweighed the bad. Melissa Jane says, agreed, this homeless look isn't working for him.
Wait, what is this? Okay. Look, the only time it's okay to bring another couple into your marriage is if the hot lesbian couple is trying for their baby and you're the lucky guy that they pick to go all natural with. This never really happens, though, obviously. There's no hot lesbian couples, I'm afraid. There's just 2 ugly lesbian butch ones that you're not sure which one's supposed to be the man and whatever.
Look, my hair girl left.
Huh?
She left me. She moved to hours away.
His
and I think
hair
she's
girl?
cutting kids' hair. Like I completely ruined her, I guess. And now I don't know where to.
He went to a salon? Didn't he used to have a barber? Back before the degeneracy? Didn't he used to have like some Mexican barber that would give him like a Hitler Youth cut or something? And now he's got a hair girl? And he's scaring the women away? He's giving them the ick.
Go.
It's just another woman that's left his life. It's terrible.
But I need to get particularly the sides and back cleaned up a little bit. So get a new mic cable. Why, what's wrong with this one? I thought we got the microphone fixed. I thought we agreed on this. I don't want to do whole shows on the Odyssey, although I think I might bring on Sargon to talk about it because I love that man. I love that man. And he hates. When I first asked him,
there's a hot guest, Sargon of Akkad in 2026. Can't wait to hear his scathing review of the Odyssey.
Like, hey, you want to do a show on the Odyssey? He hadn't watched it yet, but he seemed to give a tentative yes to that. You know, once he'd watched it. Now he's watched it, so I'm going to reach out to him, and we'll do a show talking about it, maybe painting some stuff and you know all that. But yeah, it's been a long. You know, I haven't talked to Sargon.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll even bother going to see the Odyssey. I'll probably just pirate it, to be honest. Like, it doesn't even come out in the theaters here till September, so by then it'll all be dead and buried anyway. I've never seen an IMAX movie though, so I kind of want to see it on IMAX.
Since getting arrested on stream, I've talked to him behind the scenes, but I haven't talked to him since getting arrested, and so it's been too long. Joe Schmo says no shot you land Sargon. What? Do you like? You must not know. I used to do regular shows with Sargon and Az. Now I don't know about Az. I still love Az. I do, but he has not responded to me. So.
Ooh. Based as actually Az.
You know, he's closely associated with Eric July. There's some drama there.
No. I forgot about that. That's right. Didn't Az and Eric July have like a show together, like a duo podcast or something? Like the Silverback and something. I don't know. Like it's something like that.
Yes, I don't know what for. Although I think some of that drama was added by other people, but I don't really care. I hold no grudges against
Az is heel versus babyface.
These people, but I have not been able to get a hold of Az. I would love to talk to him about the Odyssey and other stuff. He's he was always a good friend. You know what he isn't?
White bread ass man.
He's not one of those. I've never had a ketamine infusion. I recreationally did it in my nose. And I also like sometimes would take it kind of like just swallowing a pill. But then ketamine therapy that I'm on now, like it's not very often. But
so it's just doing the government drugs now. It's like, I'm sober, bros, but I'm just doing the government mandated ketamine therapy.
But it's horrible. You have to put it under your tongue and hold it for like 15 minutes. And ketamine tastes like metallic. It's awful. Feathered Axe Handle says, would the Utah cops rub drugs into a child's hair? Well, I hope no one would. You know, I hope that would be the case, but I don't know.
What is this? How many Fed slops? 6? What the fuck is this? Is this a joke?
Sure, it's happened. Feathered Axe Handle, the only conspiracy that happened was to me. I didn't say there was a conspiracy against me. You're probably joking, but I didn't say that.
No, he literally said there was a conspiracy, the people working together. Like, so it's just 2 people working together right now.
What I said was how conspiracies, how they occur are not in these grandiose ways that people like tend to think. Like this giant plan, Israel's involved to plant the drugs on my nose and all that stuff. No, there wasn't a conspiracy there. It's little things, these little subtle changes or omissions or whatever, little pressures on the scales of justice.
What is he talking about?
Unbalanced things. Documents get leaked that maybe should have been sealed, for example. Happened in my case.
Oh, it's a serendipitous conspiracy in it, Nick.
Does that mean that they planted the drugs and I didn't do it? No. Like those were mine. I admitted to it. I pled guilty, all of that stuff. But the document leaking while I was in jail, that's unredacted, that I don't even have access to. If I asked for the document that went out on Twitter the night I was arrested, I don't get it. I can't have it. I can have it with redactions and having the names pulled back, but someone at the sheriff's office, it could have been, I guess, the county attorney's office, but I believe only the sheriff's office had this paperwork at the time. Someone at the sheriff's office printed it off physically and took a picture of it. It wasn't filed anywhere. So they had to have.
Those are good days. You guys remember those are good old days. We get those Minnesota Public Records drops. There's like new files dropped on the farms. There's every time that Nick was going live. It was so much fun. It all just disappeared as quickly as it began. We never knew how good we had it back then.
Internal access to the system. They took a picture of it. It's not redacted, and they posted.
Remember the words? A new matter of public interest has been filed. Ah, the good old days.
Part of it on Twitter. I hadn't even seen the document yet. I wouldn't see it for another 24 to 48 hours, I believe. Something like that. But it's little things like that. And then those things lead to like public pressure because people start to get an opinion about what happened, even though people in that at that phase could have been lying and stuff. And they did. People did lie about that. They investigated it. They didn't find any credibility to it, but it doesn't matter. That's what I was saying.
Interesting matter of public record. I got it wrong.
How my body cam footage was viewed by two people is because there was an error. There was an error in how they categorized the video. Those videos were uploaded. My lawyers don't get to choose whether those videos were admitted or not.
What happened to the 70-page document? I know this is like one of the worst things that I think that I said, but allegedly this document really did exist. I've heard about this magic 70-page document. It never came to the light. I still believe it exists, but for whatever reasons, they decided not to post it, probably because it includes a lot of information, specifically sources that were actually revealing the information or whatnot. I had such high hopes for it, and I was so disappointed. I was really counting my chickens before they hatched on that one, where I'm like, any day now, 2 more weeks, and we get the Minnesota public record 70-page document. Very, very, very sad. Got egg on my face on that one, I'll be honest.
Not admitted. That's done by court administration. So someone either made a small mistake or they did it on purpose. And someone knew exactly that had happened and knew to make the request. And then they made it in such a way where I wasn't informed. And then they got access to something that they shouldn't have had access to.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, we get body cam footage from inside people's homes all the time. I don't see why Nick's is so special. And even for his arrest, like, let's say we don't get the body cam for inside his house. Fine. What about the arrest on the highway? Why isn't that public body cam footage? It doesn't make a lot of sense. It seems very strange. I'm going to be honest.
How does that happen? Beats me. Could have been a coincidence. Sure.
Like, it almost seems like there was a conspiracy protecting Nick more so than anything.
Someone just makes a mistake. But it also could have been not a coincidence. You don't know. But that's what I was saying. I wasn't saying that I was the subject of some conspiracy. I was saying that there were certain acts that happened that were little things, but they didn't change my guilt. My guilt was mine. Those have had other effects, and, you know, that's a whole different discussion. It's unreal.
So this is just like, we're reaching the last part of the streams. What do you guys actually think happened? Because I'll tell you what I think happened. I think Kayla gave the kids drugs. I think it's Kayla's fault, and Nick took the blame for everything, or it was April. I think it was one of the women misplaced or was trying to self-administer the cocaine as an alternative to like amphetamines, or not amphetamines, sorry, but like Ritalin or something, you know, because Nick had often talked about the medicinal qualities of cocaine and things like that. I think it's one of the misses did it. It was either Kayla or April, and he took the blame for everyone. So then he can actually say, like, and truthfully, I did not give my kids cocaine, because probably because the wife did. I mean, she even said that she wanted to do drugs with her kids when they got older. Obviously, she was talking about marijuana in that respect. But that's my pet theory, is that Kayla did it because she's like crying all the time, talking about what a terrible mother that she is and stuff like that. And it seems like that's the case. But that's just a theory. A cocaine theory.
Judge does to Karen Reed. I haven't seen treatment so unfair since a certain harassment restraining order case in Minnesota.
Oh my goodness. Nick is perhaps the most unfairly treated person in Minnesota.
In which a judge blatantly treats one side completely differently than the other. It's amazing.
Maybe if you don't act like an actual cunt, then they'll treat you with a little bit more respect. This is funny too, because Nick knows that judges are just people and they do act on their emotions and things like that. All right, guys, that is going to be the end of the stream for today. I think we've wrapped up everything. We've got all of our things nicely tied in a bow. We'll have to see do we do another stream tomorrow? If Jeremy drops the Renaissance Fair video, do we have to do that? The vlog? Yeah, just a nice short stream, just under 3 hours. If Jeremy does the Renaissance Fair vlog, and he's actually at the Renaissance Fair, then I think we have to do a stream. But then otherwise, I like to save his vlogs for Friday, because then I can do 2 in a row. We'll have to see. All right, guys, that's all for tonight. Peace. Have a good one. And let me just check. Got all these jewels and things. I think I did. All right. Peace. Have a good one.
Did you hear me? It is tax-free. My Zammies, my hookers, my super chats too. Hit that button, cause every single super chat I got it tax-free. Tax-free. Take out your pill bottles, shake your pills, shake your pills, because it's gonna be tax-free. Tax-free, tax-free. Tell your wickers that we got it. Tax-free in my little tin shack. Cats flying in tornadoes. Gun flopping up and down, let's get the guns out. Gun, 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 gun. Shake it around when it's tax-free.